The stream. How's everybody doing? Give me 1 second to make sure we're all live and we're all good. Okay? Codcast episode 14. Let's let out this tweet, all right? And I will unmute and we will start this episode. I'm very excited. We got a lot to talk about. Codcast episode 14. Look at that, man. Let's go. We got so much to talk about, guys. With at Clayster. Man, setting this thing up is always the struggle. Yo, what is up, my bros?
It's good.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about, huh?
Let's go. Undefeated Money Tens player.
Oh wait, I lost. I actually did lose one series today, but I played against the gods, dude. I played against Kismet, Envoy. Went up 1,500 against Doug, right? I split it with my teammates. I'm a good guy. And then we won 2 more series today. And then in my 4th series, I ascended, and they allowed me to play normal Pro 10s, and I won it. With 2 AMs. Keep that in mind, with 2 AMs. Attach and Zuma.
Oh, wow.
Those are my homies.
Oh,
Alright, but let's talk about the POQ, man.
yeah. Here.
So I mean, it's the most recent thing that went on, so I guess there's a lot to talk about. First thing I want to ask you guys is, like, I want to open a discussion about overall thoughts on the broadcast, the schedule, and the matches. I guess we'll start with Bryce to get it going, then we can
First off,
involved.
probably the most stressful LAN tournament ever.
Really?
Like the whole format of it.
I mean, you've played in a lot of qualifiers, though.
Yeah, well, the most stressful was like us 3 online qualifier for champs.
We got first rounded in the winners.
I was real nervous.
Human Jesus the GOAT.
But
We
just
had
on LAN,
online tournaments,
that
too.
shit was stressful, dog. It's just so drawn out. Like 1 match, 2 matches a day. Like every match is so important. You have to be on every day. Like you can't have an off day.
Yeah, you guys you guys lost a Mind Freak and that was your
Yeah,
one
we
and
lost
done,
the
bro.
first
You gotta
day.
soak that L in, bro.
I was like, dude, I started stressing. Getting pimples and shit.
Wait, I feel like the online qualifiers we used to have were by far the hardest qualifiers.
Yeah,
But yeah, Black Ops 3 Champs qualifier, I was literally sweating, like actually like dripping sweat while I was playing. That shit was so stressful.
I mean,
First
and
time.
you remember the Ghost one? That one was
Oh
insanely
my
hard,
God.
dude.
Ghost Champs qualifier is the hardest thing I've ever had to play in my entire life. We had to play
And
Optic Gaming to qualify. Like, what?
Not only that though, it's like then you went to regionals. Like even if you qualified there, all it was to qualify for regionals, and regionals was hard as fuck.
I don't know.
And then champs was just easier.
I can see how this would be really hard though, just because, like you're saying, Bryce, every single day,
Yeah,
you have to be
it's-
warmed up at all times, and like
Everyone's
you can't start
bringing
slow.
their bat like 150, dog. Period.
The passion
The
pit,
passion
bro. The
pit.
passion
It is
pit.
150
pit.
in there, dog. Like they didn't give a dude. They didn't care either. Like you could talk shit. You could say whatever you wanted.
They knew your life's on the line.
They
literally.
they were. It was nuts.
As far as the broadcast goes, obviously we watched from home. I think it was good.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah, I
like it.
think it was good too.
Yeah, I mean, I had it up. Like I would literally wake up and put both the streams up on both my monitors and watch like all the games straight.
Yeah.
through.
I literally
Exactly.
was setting alarms to wake up for the first match.
Same, dude. It was
So
So were
actually
they
crazy.
just hopping around?
It was definitely good.
Yeah, I mean-
Alpha hopped around a lot.
It's
I
like-
think Bravo stayed
I have no
true.
idea.
I think Bravo stayed true to their match,
Okay.
but Alpha hopped around. Especially like last day.
Yeah, especially towards the end of it, like when
Yeah.
stuff started mattering, they would like delay the start by like 5 minutes of a match so they could like end another match and stuff. It was pretty good. I actually really enjoyed the POQ. It's probably one of the more entertaining COD tournaments I've watched in a really long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't
if that was
know,
entertaining
chat. They're
'cause, like,
talking-
it was
I
just
don't
so
know
entertaining
why the
'cause
sound
we
keeps
had nothing
happening.
to do with it. Like
There's no
stress,
subs
no worries,
going on.
nothing. Just watching.
I'm losing full. This has never happened
Yeah, we were
forever.
big chilling, but just the
Oh, I was
importance of
big
it
chilling
too.
Sunday.
With it being like you have to be in the league, they made it even more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Especially since the M's clearly obviously came to play. Like if it would have just gone and it would have just been like the teams you expected, it probably wouldn't have been.
I don't know how to
as
fix
exciting.
this.
I was
It's
actually
actually
mind-blown, bro.
broken.
Everything
I've
happened
lost full
to it.
Streamlabs. All
And
right.
it's like tripping on the stream or something.
There's some sound replaying sound over and over that won't go away.
What
I accidentally lost full.
What are you talking about?
There's a replaying sound that is going over and over. No, it's not, chat. Look, I'm taking it off. There's something. Dude, it won't go. It's going to play again. What the fuck?
Bro, just look at your audio source. Like, look at the little microphones on OBS.
Let's go see.
There should only be 2 unchecked. You mute everything
Lightning
else.
overlay.
The bolt of lightning in your overlay, you think?
No, it's not. It's actually broken. Chat, we're just gonna fix it. This is a Ratchet podcast. It's like legitimately actually broken. I think when I turned it off, it just decided to keep playing the same sound over and over.
Bro, I remember before, and got bougie on the Codcast, bro. Before he used to have us in 10 minutes early, setting up the camera.
Wait, I did the same thing this time.
Now this guy is just saying, trying to fix it on stream. What's going on with you, bro?
I really want to know why it's doing this. I think I need to stop the stream and restart it.
Oh,
No
you gotta
bullshit.
just mute the overlay, bro.
It's muted.
No, it's not, obviously.
The overlay doesn't have a sound play.
There's no sound involved. Like, how about the like transition?
There's
Is there
no
sound in that?
no. There's no sound.
What is
Here,
that sound from?
Bro, hold on. We're gonna fix this shit, bro.
What is it? What is that? What is that sound from?
We're
Then?
on this
What the
bullshit,
fuck?
dude. I've lost full. I think it fixed.
Yo,
I think we're
run
good.
it up, run it
That,
up.
is that the follower sound? Like when someone follows
No,
your channel?
no, that's the sub sound. So unless I'm getting unlimited sub
That's what I'm
sound.
saying. Run it up, run it up.
All right. I think we can start now. I fixed it, yo. I had to change overlays and then back. All right.
Wait, were we muted that whole time?
No, you guys weren't muted. You guys have been unmuted.
Let's go.
But
Fuck
yo,
that wave.
let's move on. Let's move
Wait,
on
all the way?
to the next topic. Bryce, you there?
Yo.
How was your tournament? How did the tournament feel for EG? Was it easy? And pretty much along those lines.
So we boot camped for 10 days, which is a ridiculous, like that's a long time.
Yeah,
That is
long
a long
time.
boot camp.
You know what I mean? So like, dude, we were in Bloomington. It was a snowstorm. There was nothing to do but play COD. And that's what we did.
perfect,
Like
then.
we literally did it for every day for like 10 hours straight and just got all our shit down and pretty much said if we lose, like,
All
we
right.
deserve it. We
So-
deserve not to be in the league.
How is having Revan as a coach? Because you just joined the
But hey,
squad.
Bobble's the man. There's not an argument in our team like scrims, period. Because of Bobble. It's incredible.
Wait, is he is he talk to you guys in between maps, like during maps, or how is it?
Sometimes. Not during maps, only like after, or I don't know. Whatever he sees, I guess. And I mean, just the big thing is just recording. Like I think every team should have a coach. In my opinion,
wait,
just
hold
because
on.
you
Now
get
at
to
times.
to record the mini map and like you can have an argument, right? Like, Danny, how many times do we get into arguments where like I did this, you did that, but if we like went back in theater, we were like both wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's not
Never
like the
me, though.
true.
Probably you.
Yeah, majority me, but I'm
Yeah,
just
this guy
saying,
told
like,
me, yo,
I'm-
I got 3 people's auto
Yeah.
aim all with my camo. We look it back, there was
Yeah,
one guy in front of
chill.
this guy's screen. We're like,
There's two,
But
But I'm just
Well, I
saying,
mean-
like, it's not the full story, and like when you
Nah,
go back and
yeah.
watch the mini map, like it's undeniable truth.
There's
Like,
3 sides to every story, bro.
Exactly, and you always get like the one that matters,
Yeah.
just because of Bob will be in there.
Well, last year a lot of people didn't think you really needed a coach. People thought that like having a coach was like useless. But now I feel like the community thinks having a coach is actually like extremely useful. Why do you guys think that changed though?
I'll be the one to say we put everyone on, bro.
Really?
Oh shit, my bad.
Bro, we
Bubble.
got Brian Sane, and then for some reason, like within the next 6 months, everybody started getting coaches, bro. We were like the first one.
Weird.
TB must have not existed.
Yeah, TK and Ryan won last year without coaches.
The same. We were ahead of the wave, bro. Ahead of the wave.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Wait, who was the like first like coach of a team that
Teeb.
like when coaches came back? Was it Team?
Yeah.
Oh really?
He joined
So,
Optic like the beginning of
He
World
joined
War II.
Optic
Clay
from
just
the
tried to
beginning.
take credit for
Remember
that?
He had
Mind
that.
blown.
You remember he had that thing with GGA Orange as well, or whatever.
Yeah, no, Teeb was the original coach.
He was
Nice
running
try, Clay.
GGA. Bevels wasn't a coach until like
Yeah.
after he was stage
After
one.
the couple of the events
Yeah.
of World War One,
Yeah.
World War Two, whatever.
All
Ben
right.
on phase. I don't. Ben is not a coach, bro.
Yeah,
Get
wait.
the fuck out of here.
Ben
bro.
is a
Bro.
manager. That's what
Bro,
Ben is, bro.
After they
Ben
Ben
is
is a cook. Make
Dude,
guacamole and brownies
at,
for everyone.
at Birmingham. when
Yeah.
they- Bro, at Birmingham when they lost, Ben slammed his water bottle on the ground so
Joe, even
hard
Tommy
it
said it.
exploded everywhere, bro. I was crying.
Even Tommy said it. Tommy said everyone's saying Ben, shut the fuck up.
Oh shit, bro. Ben's
Yo,
not gonna
but-
be there to make fucking guac and brownies for us.
I
That
mean,
rolls me
but-
to the next topic.
Yeah,
All
well,
right, go
kind
ahead,
of to
Clive.
answer your question real quick though, like why they are getting so much more popular is because like a lot of the analyst stuff and veto stuff, like the coach can prepare for that and spend his time preparing for that while you're playing, and then I mean just having it like a third-person perspective and like Bryce said, the mini map, it's just like too many advantages, and like it takes a lot of pressure off the players when you can just like delegate some stuff to the coach, you know, be like
I
you
think
watch
this
all
is the
their
first
like,
time.
I don't know, dude. There's a clip out there that Brian Saint wasn't there to handle some business, and he got kicked out the lobby. I don't
Yo,
know,
that's
I
what-
don't
that's
know
what
if
I'm
Brian
saying.
Saint's doing his job.
that's what I'm
over there.
saying. If he's not gonna do his job, he can get the fuck out of the lobby. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's
But
just
I think
Lamar's
this
mic,
is the
guys.
first game. What?
Yeah,
What is?
your mic's like cracking a little bit.
What?
The mine or is it
All right,
Lamar's?
it's somebody's mic, whoever it is. You might
It's
pull away
definitely
from that
not
for a little
mine.
bit. But
I have no
anyways,
idea whose mic
either
it
way,
is.
chat, just deal with it. Go ahead.
I just don't think that if this game is the only game, I think the coach has been crazy effective only because for some reason now we allow coaches to spectate in Codcaster. That's the difference game changer. If you couldn't spectate in Codcaster, it would not be the same.
5v5, bro. You would have 3 people bullshitting
That's
a
true.
play.
All right,
Can you
well,
imagine 5v5? Everyone's arguing and they're just all wrong.
well, yeah. Also, I mean, as time goes on, people are getting like better and better, and then there's also new talent people are picking up, and they need to learn. So I think having a coach helps. But also, now that there's like notable players that are retiring, players that aren't qualifying for the league, I feel like there's more like actual suitable coaches, like coaches that can actually add value to you. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
before
yeah,
it was like a dime a dozen, but like now, like you saw Rick let out a tweet saying like he wanted to be a coach, and you got like Parasite letting out a tweet. I think it was him saying he might coach. Like people,
Yeah.
different people saying that, and like these are people who would actually really help teams. I think. So like, what do you guys think about that? You think that
Nah,
those
that is
guys
true.
or people
That
like
is
that
true.
would actually be extremely useful?
Like if Rambo said, yo, after he retired, like, yo, I'll be a coach, he would have probably got picked up. Like back then, it just wasn't obviously a thing. Like you always want former players as your coach, someone you're gonna respect their input.
Respected,
Yeah.
unbiased opinion.
All right. Well, I just want to talk about that for a little bit. All right, let's get on to like the juicy stuff, the PLQ stuff. What's the most surprising thing to come from the Pro League qualifier? To come out of it,
Single most.
the single most
Whalers.
surprising thing.
FaZe not making
Whalers
it.
team.
Yeah, either
Whalers?
overtime or FaZe not making it. It's got to be one of those two.
Really? What about Midnight going 6-0?
Eh,
I mean,
not
they
the-
had,
That's not the most.
Like it's surprising for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
none
I
of
mean,
us.
they were
not,
pretty good
no,
online. They were doing good
nobody
online.
in here could have predicted that.
Yo,
like,
who
anyway.
were the pro teams in Midnight's pool?
I'll read
100
you
T
right now. I got
and
it.
straight ripping.
100 teams
And
stripping. I
Pittsburgh
mean,
Knights.
I think that they got put into like a perfect storm situation.
Wait,
where,
that
like,
pool was hard, dude.
Didn't
Well, yeah,
all five of
five
them make
teams.
it
Yeah,
out?
5 people.
teams
Yeah,
qualified.
and Knights and only Knights and Mazer didn't.
Like I said, if you have to pin one thing, I think it's just FaZe not making it. They made the change, pick up Celium, and they didn't make it.
Dude, that Mazer game against 100 Thieves in those first couple of days, like where they
Oh,
could have
that was
potentially started
hilarious.
0-3,
Yeah,
bro. Like that was
They
actually.
could have, dude.
Wait,
That
hold
was
on.
scary.
Mazer went 2-18 map count, and their 2 maps they won was against 100 Thieves. Wait, me and Pac-Man were in tears. We were in the green room. We're just watching matches, and like 100 T, it'd be like 100 T versus Mazer is coming up, and me and John would just look at each other and be like, "Wait, this match is a banger! Like this is gonna be like a good match." That's crazy to think of like that. That's like
Dude,
a statement. Like
I didn't know this, but Abizi actually has like grew up in high school and middle school with that Noobs kid on that team. He like got him into the scene and stuff.
That's
Really?
crazy.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
On
what the
Mazer,
heck?
yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know that.
that is nuts.
Duo.
Yeah.
Hey, you might just.
So
I was
are we?
wondering because
So you guys are going
BZ
with?
was the one that I was like saying like he was like defending the whole, or not defending, but like trying to like bring Supreme Agility down, saying that all that bullshit. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well, the whole
Swag
Supreme
thing.
thing is like I didn't really get my input on that because I actually don't know what happened.
the
with them, you
details,
know?
yeah. It's
Yeah,
No,
Me
but
either.
the
you
thing
can't
is that
really
like
make an
if you
opinion before you.
So
you-
consistent though.
I mean, I think you can make an opinion because he did it at Vegas. If you know you're in a situation that you might not be able to go to the event because of health or whatever reason it is, you shouldn't join a team. Why are you risking everyone else's career?
Sounds back.
I mean, it's also
Sounds back.
No, we're good.
because people sub, but it's also like so sketch that he deactivated too.
Yeah, that's the part about it with like no explanation.
Yeah,
But like,
if
I
you
didn't.
just put out a tweet longer or something and just deactivated Twitter from your phone, at least there's an explanation out there.
But like honestly though, like if like I didn't speak on it either because I don't know the story and the whole thing about it being like if it's like a debilitating anxiety mental thing or something, you know, like he doesn't exactly want to go in public and be like I'm too anxious to play in front of everybody. That's why like I'm so sick and stuff. Like that's kind of hard and difficult to do on someone.
But he went
So,
to
like,
that before.
Yeah, but he was on GGA Blue. There's no pressure at all, dude. Alec 1v4'd him. Like they were not very good.
I will never say this again, but stop subbing.
It's freaking out, man. What's
I
going on
can't
there?
fix it.
I don't think
It's
anyone was
actually
expecting
broken.
Mazer to be
I would never
Yeah,
say
wait,
it.
what's going on?
anything higher than GGA Blue. To be
I
honest.
guess,
NA
I guess that's true.
He just gets fucked.
I will never say this again, chat. But stop subbing. Stop subbing. I will never say that again, ever, 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 ever again. Stop gifted subs because it replays it 10 times for some
Bro,
reason.
just turn off your notifications.
They're turned off. Play, they're turned off. Stop giving me these obvious solutions. They're fucking turned off. It's fucking broken.
Nah, bro.
Yes, they are, fool.
Yeah, homie sitting up with the fucking
Just,
internet shit, bro.
just
Yeah,
take
reset
off your
modem.
Streamlabs, bro.
I fixed it, bro.
You fixed it until
No, you
someone
didn't,
subs
bro.
again, bro.
Stop subbing. I will never say. I will never, ever, ever, ever say that again. Stop subbing. All right. Jesus, bro.
Pretty good.
No, someone said gift 100 subs.
If they give, if my stream would just break. Don't do that. If you guys want to watch it, don't do that. All right.
Full subscribe.
Well, I lost one. All right. So back to the topic though. The most surprising thing, you guys are all in agreement on that.
I mean, I think if you look at it from like the most surprising in a bad way will probably be phase. The most surprising like in a good way is like overtime or midnight, I guess.
Yeah, I did not think overtime was gonna make it.
Whalers.
Whalers.
That's why I think it's the most
Wait,
surprising. Like,
apparently I heard that 2 of the players on that team last year were literally like ranked play grinders, and
Yeah.
now they're in the league.
Dirt
Bro,
said.
apparently the lightning
Sick.
bolt sound is back, bro.
the Spaniards.
Hey, I knew Heretics was gonna qualify.
Wait, no,
Then-
but the other two.
Oh,
Wasn't there
like
2 more
Movie-
teams?
Movie Star Riders and
wait.
Giants.
Yeah,
Giants, the Giants they beat LP, but then they didn't do anything else.
Wait,
Movie
movie Star Riders. Wait,
Wait,
were
they
no
started
joke?
off nasty, dude. They were
were no
2-0.
joke. Wait, Gridlock Hardpoint was their best map. We beat them by 1 point. It was 250, 249.
Yeah, they won. They won 2-3-2s and then they lost 3-0 in the rest of their games. So,
Couple game 5 swing their way.
I mean,
They're cracked.
yeah, they were good in the beginning and then they just like started getting fried. They lost momentum, dude. What do you call it? Mind Freak was
Dude,
literally
that's
the
gotta
most
be heartbreaking,
mind-blowing
dude.
thing ever.
That's gotta be heartbreaking for
One
them.
match
Oh,
away
dude.
from qualifying. One match.
5 separate times.
Same thing with
They were
Sween, dude.
4-0.
Yeah,
No,
Sween.
they
looked-
played. I'm pretty sure someone said Mind Freak played like 4 or 5 actual qualifying
Yeah.
matches.
They were so giddy.
Were they?
When they were 4-0, like they thought they had it in the bag. I thought they had it in the bag.
I thought
I
they
did
had it in the
too.
bag too.
I mean, fuck.
I thought they were gonna do it. That Luka kid is so good, dude.
Wait,
He's
yeah,
actually
he
really
is.
He's
good.
very good. Beaston
He
actually played
murdered
really
us.
well too, dude.
I thought
Beaston
Beaston-
played really well.
He-
Really
yeah,
well.
I
He
think-
was really
I think-
inconsistent.
I
In my
think the
opinion.
kids they picked up played the best.
But they were definitely solid overall. Dude, on the last day when it was like do or die,
Well,
that's when
Fida played good,
FIDA
too.
started turning up.
Yeah.
Try to play good.
But they could not get a win. Dude, their very last match was so tragic too.
Wait,
like, that
Swifty
frequency.
Sniper?
Yeah, that kid's got like.
It might be top 5.
I would dude like
that
that
Luka
team.
kid was frying.
That team could like go to the next Open and like end up getting like a top 8, like playing pretty good, and having a good
They
performance.
get on a roll, yeah.
This is like the first time that I remember in a
I
while.
literally think
Mind Freak not being in the league.
I literally think it was just confidence.
First time
like,
ever.
Yeah,
Is it
first time
really?
ever.
First time.
Yeah.
Wow.
They
Yeah, I heard
lost that
somebody
5th
say- I don't know
match.
if that was true or not.
Because
but-
they've always had an APAC roster spot.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wow,
bro,
that's
it's like-
nuts.
They would have kept their confidence high. They would have made it, but they like got down on themselves.
In a situation like that, that's the thing I expected a lot more out of a lot of those amateur teams. There's a lot more nerves and a lot more of all the stuff getting to them. But I forget it's an arena event. It's like there's not a crowd. Like there's not like a ton of
Yeah.
people watching. Like it is a lot,
And-
like a little bit less pressure, you know. And I thought like just seeing some of those teams just like stand up and like Midnight doing that, and like even E6 for like how well they played and stuff. Like I think that not a lot of people are talking about how well E6 played at the event. You
Wait,
know,
they're nasty. Wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
they're
the only
really
loss
good.
they had was they chose
I gotta say
against
one thing
Rec.
real quick. Kismet is godlike.
He was frying, bro.
Dude,
Kismet's really
super
good.
Yo,
fried,
he
dude.
said it in the CMG DM. I do this shit online. I do this shit online.
Is that before or after he told us
That
to
was
suck
bef-
his dick?
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
That shit was
Definitely after,
hilarious.
but that shit was hilarious. Yo, Illy's in the chat said Kismet was pissed.
I was crying though, dude.
He
That
was
chat is
frying.
good times. They were playing
That
really
shit.
good, and I think just those amateur players and just kind of like not
Frosty's
really known
the
players.
goat, bro.
Yeah,
That
Frosty
fool-
is nasty.
That
dude.
fool didn't have a single reaction to nothing.
Dude,
Wait,
I always
apparently-
thought it was
I saw
hilarious.
tweet him.
D-Box stands up and starts screaming, and
Yeah, then
Frosty's
Frosty's
just sitting
just
there,
chilling.
just
Yeah.
like raises his
Yo,
fist.
Mikey
Wait, that
told
guy's
me
the
that
ideal
fool doesn't
teammate.
do fist bumps. He doesn't even do fist bumps after the maps.
Wait, why did I hear somebody say
What?
something like he told his teammates to like not even look at him during the game? Like don't even like try to dab me up. I heard somebody say something like
That's what I
that.
said. Yeah, he like doesn't even do fist bumps after maps.
I
Yeah,
saw,
that
I
fool's
saw a
zoned.
couple fist
He's
bumps.
zoned.
Zoned in,
Definitely
dude.
What?
zoned though.
Wait, Frosty, like that type of player is like the ideal teammate, in my opinion. Like a guy who's just super focused, like a bullet players.
Ooh,
I love
Cinder.
bullet
coaching.
players. Just people
Yeah.
who just chill. Oh my god.
I bet Troy's a really good coach.
Stop subbing.
Bro, you gotta turn him off, dude. Come on.
Yo, you're pissing him off saying that, bro. He's getting more pissed every single time Clay says they're on.
I actually
Like,
think I figured it out.
The chat's not even popping up on the screen anymore, dude. What'd you do to it?
Yeah, I removed everything to fix it. Hold on. I'm
You
fixing
have
this.
to remove
I
the
fixed
chat.
it. I deleted every single motherfucking scene except for intermission and starting. Good try, guys. Sub all the fuck you want now. It's not gonna break anything anymore. All right, let's go.
Yeah, run it up. Run
All right,
it
listen.
Up,
All right, next topic because we stayed on that for a while. Did you learn anything? All right, these are to everybody besides Bryce because he played in the tournament. Did you learn anything from watching the PLQ?
yeah, I did.
100%.
All right, what did you learn?
Stock 2 sub is the only thing it needs. No grip, no quick draw.
Wait,
Your War Machine guy should not be running the cluster. That fool should be running double stuns. Nah, but I mean, there's a lot to learn, but
Wait.
not gonna teach.
what do y'all think that since y'all weren't there? What do y'all think about the no grip quick draw SOG?
Dude,
Like,
I think
at
it's
all?
horrible.
I think you're high.
I think that shit's trash.
I think it's
bro.
horrible.
But
You
then
need
again,
grip.
I would get absolutely
can't-
tucked to sleep
I
if I
couldn't
used that.
believe people were using quick draw double stock.
I
Maybe
saw
that's
somebody
why I was
running just double stock, bro. I was my
Wait,
Yeah,
Envoy,
boy.
the guy's an anomaly.
Yeah, you like some of those guys like you gotta like look at all that stuff. I feel like and test it out, but I don't know. Some of it's just crazy because like when you think back to other games like Fastball and Profizi, they figured out the meta before a lot of actual pro players. So you gotta look at it and like try it, but I don't know. Sometimes they're just off their rocker with it. Like, dude,
bro, I'll
only-
let him rock with that, but you ain't convincing me that
Yeah,
stuns are
there's
better than
no-
a cluster, bro.
No way.
Dude, that
Dude.
thing is over. That's the most overpowered thing in the game.
dude,
That
I
Cluster
shit
don't know.
blows up, bro. I swear that blows up faster than any Simtex you've ever played against.
100%.
You see it
dude.
and you're just dead.
Bro,
If you
I
don't
know
instant
about
move,
the
you're
double
dead.
stock
Yeah.
only. Double stock only SOG is like the weirdest thing I saw, dude. I don't know about that one.
I
Have
mean,
you guys
there's just
tried it?
like, yeah. I mean, I don't run a SOG. I ran in pubs, but I mean,
Yeah,
just
yo,
like
I be running that SOG all the time, yo.
I mean, still, like, you can try it.
In the mix with that
Like,
dog.
in terms of learning stuff, there was like a lot of nerd spots and just like weird corners and stuff that I would just like see them just playing and stuff. I mean, all those amateur kids or like kids trying to qualify for the league are just running around the maps for like 10 hours a day. So they just find all the weird spots and like weird jumps and stuff. So I saw a couple things.
All right.
sure.
I
They
saw a
play-
lot of
they-
what not to do too.
They put,
Yes,
they,
a lot of
a
that.
lot of that. Dude, that's why it was so kind. It was kind of
Bro,
hard. Like,
yeah.
dude, they just throw shit at you that you've never seen.
That's what I want to say, dude. Is like,
And,
there's,
like if you're not ready for it, dude, it'll catch you off guard and you get fucked.
you guys gotta take into account like all the stuff we saw at the PLQ. A lot of teams looked really good, a lot of teams looked really bad, but like that's how the top 4 teams there, and at least and how Vegas went, and it's still to see some of these players and the way that they're playing the game and stuff, and like just stupid plays, man. There's like it's unbelievable how many like boneheaded plays people make and get away with in this game just because it's 5v5.
Yeah, it's
I
5v5,
agree.
and it's a pretty fast-paced game too. So
Yeah,
you can
people
kinda
just do whatever. They just fucking run, and then they get pop 2-piece and they have spawns now somehow, and it's like, all right, cool. Like,
But also at a tournament like the PLQ, where the teams like aren't as like the top 4 teams aren't there, you get away with it a lot more. They're not getting away with that versus like your guys' teams. Like,
The
that's
amount
not
of
gonna
times I would just
No,
spawn in the
they're
back of a hill. Free. I die. I'm like, fuck. Oh, I'm in the back.
happen. Now I got a question.
You're like, I'm a spawn out. No,
Did you
I'm actually
guys-
spawning better.
You guys obviously all watch Heretics play a lot, right?
Yeah.
They're the real deal.
They got
right?
the gun.
They're the real deal for sure. In my
That's the
opinion.
thing.
Punching kings.
They got their gunny strapped, bro. That was something I have to say about a lot of those teams that qualified that we didn't expect. Is they just had their gunny fucking strapped, bro, at all
Heretic
times.
fools just came in with the
we
beamers.
saw
Are
how
you
they
ready to
closed
shoot against
out,
those
bro.
guys in the league, yo? Those fools are nasty.
We're not acting like we
Yeah.
haven't been shooting against Optic and LG, bro. Like,
Yeah, if you've been shooting against
you're
Big
not
P,
convincing me. You're
Like,
not convincing me that
realistically,
gunning Sukri and freaking Lucky is harder than gunning
Wait.
Gunless, bro.
I mean, you would have. I bet you Methods would have said the same thing until
That-
you got ripped off the head.
Headshot
you
multiplier.
Hey,
That-
bro,
that
no one at the
final round
PLQ
by
is even
them-
getting a bullet on Donald 10, bro.
That's delusion.
bad.
That is delusion.
That final round of Heretics in the S&D when they qualified, where he beat him
That
off like the
was-
jet heady, and then he got the 2-piece and the kid jump sniped him. Like that was one of the cleanest, dopest rounds I've seen of like search
They
and
had
destroy.
like no
like
teamwork. It was just like individual play.
just
individual play.
gunny, just gunny, bro.
It went from
Did the kid jump
Tempest
out of the
about to
map
try
with the
to make it.
Tempest?
Oh yeah.
On Hacienda?
Yeah. When it
What?
chained. He's got big ass balls, bro.
That's what I said. Right when it happened, I was like, holy shit. I would
That's
never make
Wow.
that play.
This chat is absurd. You guys see
Everybody be
this?
screaming
Yeah.
at us at the league, bro. Screaming.
Oh yeah, dude, you gotta be ready, dude. I
Dude, when they
I went to
when
the
they qualified,
bathroom.
they started crying and shit.
I went to the
Yeah, no,
bathroom
I feel that
before
was-
their game 5,
that a good
bro.
moment.
Absolute
And
passion.
they were when they were playing Envy, and they were all huddled up, dude. Literally in a huddle, shoulder to shoulder, arms around each other, like gassing each other. I'm like, holy shit! If I played these guys, I'd be shook right now. Silly,
Yeah, nah.
Silly sat down on that stage and went ham though. Didn't matter.
Yeah, Justin played pretty well this.
He-
I thought he was my
Okay,
MVP for the week.
He might have been the MVP.
Played
of
the
that
best.
He was.
PLQ.
He fried, bro. Like he had a crazy. Dude, Pac-Man kept saying it. He's like silly in like these qualification.
Wait,
things.
that's
He's
what
he
Justin's
just goes
always
fully
nasty.
seasoned, bro.
Justin's an ultimate noob slayer.
He really
Like-
is.
like Seth? Like how you see Scum play an AM team, you know it's about to happen
Yeah.
every
he's-
time.
he's
And
ready
it's
for
That's
that.
that's what
respect
Fargo
them.
does.
They just all respect him so much that they just get smoked by him, bro. Like, oh man, we're
Smoked.
playing Scumpy, but then those kids shit on Crim though.
Wait, yeah, they do. Amp can shit on it.
Yo, you kill Crim from an angle he never seen before because you're not supposed
He
to
goes,
be
"This
there. You
fucking
have
idiot."
him losing full, bro.
This fucking idiot really camped there? Wow.
Oh, he did that hit it
He's
after the
compromised the
long
What
rest
the
of the game.
fuck?
No, that is so true. There are some players who just bully like amp players.
Yeah, noob slayers, bro.
Clay's
Who
one of
are
them.
the most notorious noob slayers?
Tommy. He just typed in the chat, shoot him up, bro.
Oh yeah, he's
he
a
just
Yul-
flanked
Yul-
people that never watched
Aqua.
the pitch.
Ever, dude, it just
Aqua.
pieces them over.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
pitching him.
Aqua
I'm
too.
pitching him.
Yuli has a field day. Formal does pretty well against AM
Clayster.
kids. Yeah, I do alright. Unless they're the S&D star kids, like Quicker and the boys, bro. I can't handle Quicker and the boys, dude. Team
You know
Swing.
who was Clay's counter? You know who was Clay's counter? Embos and Ricky, bro.
Oh, 100%.
I know you remember that. Yo, Embos and Ricky on a team together. Clay was losing full.
Yo, I got a question for Clay now. Back to the PLQ talk. I feel like you'll give a good answer to this. But everybody, I want you guys all to answer as well. Why were there so many crazy comebacks in the Pro League qualifier? Like the 100T's comeback on Spacely, the Reciprocity comeback on E6.
Clay can go first. And
Dude,
take all
yeah,
that.
I mean, it's a combination of things. I mean, it's like not only what you would expect it to be, like the pressure mounting when they start making a couple back and like being one round away and all that stuff, but on top of that, it's like when a team
Yeah.
goes up 1-5, probably like 2 or 3 of them have their specialists at this point, the team that has 5, and they don't want to like waste them. They want to make sure they use a specialist to win a round. And there's usually a round in the middle of that comeback when it's like 5-2 or 5-3 when that team decides to use all their specialists and a bunch of shit goes down and then they end up losing the round by like
Yep.
1 kill or something. And rounds like that are literally what make those comebacks happen. Is that they try and force the specialist usage in a 5-2, maybe even a 5-1, and they don't use it correctly, or they like just think they have it in the bag because they have it and they brick it. Like some dude with the Tempest flails, or War Machine dude has flak, like our trophy come down or whatever. And then by the time it gets to 5-3, 5-4, the other team has their specialist now, and they're all like, "Fucking, we're making this comeback. Let's fucking go!" And they're all just fucking snapping with the Annihilator and shit. It's like,
Wait,
what
Clay,
the fuck are you gonna do?
So why do AMs not hover their Hellstorm?
Dude, I don't know, bro.
Why don't they do that? They get it in
They
S&D.
bullshit probably don't know that you can do that.
No, I just think they're all so just turned. Yeah,
Nah,
they,
see
Well,
red
they're just
boxes,
bad
bro,
they
with
just
streaks
play
spam it in
dagger
instantly.
They just dagger that shit.
Yeah, they're just not good with streaks. Like,
Nah, Rated
Yeah,
did
they're
it,
not
it's
good
like,
with streaks.
they don't know how to like.
yeah. Rated
Not gonna
just
say
tweeted it.
anything.
It's like, it's true. It's the hardest thing and the easiest thing to choke a 5-1, and it's just literally Clay's explanation. Like, you have all your specialists. It's kind of like in Control when you go down 0-2. You're like, yo, we get to
Yep.
this next round when they just burn everything. Now we're on streaks.
It happens
and
in
people
Hardpoint
mount
too.
streaks. It's like 5-3, and you're just like, yo, I'm close to streaks. We're doing this. Let's go.
Oh, if you get past the specialist round, you're going, don't choke.
Yeah.
That's when you start getting hype.
That's literally the call out
Well,
every time, bro.
if you
It's
get
literally
past
the
their
call-out, like,
specialist,
let 'em burn
you
the
get yours
streaks.
next round. Like,
Yeah.
then you
I
get
did-
streaks, and then
So I saw someone at the POQ on Seaside Hardpoint drop a lightning and a hellstorm on the Fountain Hill and not get the back, bro. Like they don't know how to use streaks. 100%, dude.
I
It's
saw
Arrow
people
streaks,
using
yo, you
I saw
remember
people
those?
using hellstorms when they're spawning in the back of Second Hill. Hellstorms, like what?
Yo, you remember
Two
arrow
barrels,
streaks
cuz.
maps in World War II, bro? Someone typed in the street. The arrow streaks.
Dude, they
Fine,
literally
bro.
are just as bad, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But
That's
you-
one thing I
wait.
think is that a lot of teams are going to have to get better at. And
I
then,
see you guys are starting to run vision. No one ran vision at the POQ.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I was
Clay
surprised
running
at
it today.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are gonna start switching that around. I mean, I don't want to give away meta change, but the Tempest is.
Well, you stream your scrim. Some people can just watch you.
Yeah, I mean, that's all. That's all
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know,
talking
bro. I
about.
saw Crim6 rocking Vision on the Gridlock.
Fucking stole it from me.
Wait, Clay, speaking of your vision, I watched you today and you held Vision Pulse for 2 rounds straight. By the way. I was mind blown by
Control?
that. Yeah, in Control.
Yeah, because
Gridlock
you only
Control.
get it. You can only get it one time, so you save it for the last round.
Yeah, you guys were up 2-0 though, and you end up losing it. I feel like you should use it earlier. But anyways.
Yeah, you're just an analyst. What are you
Type of
doing?
conversation.
I thought you were gonna. I wanted you
Next
to. I wanted you to
topic,
explain
boo.
why you did that.
Next topic. Boo.
Next.
All right.
Nah,
who
that's
is?
the thing about Vision though. Is I think it happened today. Like Gunless used his Vision, and then we War Machined them, and you're like, well,
Oh, yeah. That's
you
what happened to
waited the
Clay.
whole game
Absolutely.
to
Clay
use
waited
it,
till the
and then
end.
you
He had Vision Pulse.
yeah.
He waited till the end.
That's
and
what
he
I'm
got
saying,
War
like-
Machine
not wait to
instantly.
the end, but you're obviously using Vision to have it one time, and if that one time doesn't go as you
It's a
like,
complete
wanted to,
waste, bro.
It's a complete waste. Like you might as well
Like,
just
are you
try to use
taking
Tempest.
Two Tempest,
Yeah.
like two Tempest over one vision, or
That's like the biggest trade-off.
I don't know, bro.
It's just I don't know what I've been like. I mean, Gummy does that shit on frequency where he runs Fire Break. You know, like I think some of the maps you might be able to switch it up and get away with. Like some maps Tempest is really good on. Like some of them are really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I've been. Dude, the Tempest for me. You guys know that. I would. I think Pulse is the wave, guys.
Bro,
All right,
you
moving
thought
on.
you could still hip fire it, bro, and throw down.
While strafing. Homie's moving and shit.
Who were the most improved players from Vegas?
Priesta.
Yeah,
Absolutely
Priesta's got, like-
disgusting.
I think
Okay,
Spaceway.
Priesta,
I think
Priesta,
Spaceway. I
Desi,
think Apathy,
a
Silly.
Silly.
Silly,
Silly.
Desi.
No, Desi was nasty at Vega.
Yeah, nah, Desi's not improved. He was nasty. Yeah, he was nasty.
Abel.
Yeah,
Think
yeah,
Yeah, Ian.
yeah,
I think
did
Ian
play
played
pretty
really good.
Frosty. Somebody said Frosty.
Yeah, Frosty 100%.
Frosty.
All of E6
Well,
Wait,
improved
brought
a
up
Apathy
lot.
a
and
good
Silly
point,
for
though.
me
People
are
brought
like
up
the
a good
biggest.
point about
Apathy's a good
Frosty.
one.
Frosty wasn't committed to COD yet before Vegas because he still had that one event, that one Halo event.
Yeah.
Kismet.
But,
Oh yeah.
I mean, we don't really know
Kismet.
about Kismet if he fried at Vegas. He could have fried at Vegas, but like I said, they probably just
That's
had
the thing. A lot of the people we don't know if they're really most improved
Yeah.
because also they were playing against other like they weren't playing against top 4 teams. Like
Yeah.
you'd see a lot less performances like that if you put us up there, you know, against a lot of these teams.
Yeah, I probably have to go with Apathy to be honest,
Yeah,
because he got
That
bodied at
Dylan
Vegas.
Cod actually fried the whole.
Well, yeah,
that
that
guy
was
was
he was fighting at
nasty.
Vegas, though.
You
He
guys
was fighting
was
at
Bro,
Vegas.
nasty.
Enable thinks Dylan Codd's top 5 player, bro.
Red
might be
Reserve
true.
will pick
It
him
might
up
be true.
immediately.
It
Wait,
might
did they
actually
play
be
him?
true.
At Vegas.
Dylan
play
Cotta is godlike, dude.
Wait, Red Reserve needs to pick him up instantly, bro.
Yeah, I think they need to drop bans for Dylan Codd. Deadass.
Ah, shit, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, take
serious.
me off
Shit.
this combo. Take me
Wait,
off this
whoa.
combo,
I'm
bro.
dead serious. Wait,
Red
wow.
Reserve
You guys-
or
I
Reciprocity.
think Spacely, because Spacely, I'm pretty sure underperformed heavy at Vegas. Even
Yeah.
though they played
I
Whoa,
remember that
actually,
too.
no,
like
no,
his-
Nagafin.
his
Naga
KD and
played
stuff.
pretty. he
Wait,
improved.
Naga, yo, Jared was going off low key.
Yeah, Naga
Jared
did have
might be
a
a
good tournament.
Jared might be a noob slayer.
Well, hold up. Let's get back to this topic real quick. What do you guys think about that? Bans for Dylan Codd.
I think Dylan is nasty.
Nasty,
Uh,
bro.
You would have
Dance.
to move what trade to Maddox.
Trade to Maddox. I think trade would be even better with a Maddox.
Hey, I think Bance to Sog trade to Maddox and they're fine. Wait, they're in my pool. Yeah, no, keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, that's why you guys don't want
Well,
to answer, huh?
Somebody in the
shit.
chat mentioned it. Dylan's 2v1 on Arsenal was actually filthy when he was
Wait,
stuck.
wait.
He was stuck
Alright,
in lobby
First of all,
and he
it
just
was
ran
filthy, but why was Raiden not Heglish in the bomb?
out. Who knows? Dude.
This guy was strafing from the bomb to the other heady and got smoked like Heglish the bomb, cuz. That was nasty.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Keep it going. Keep
What
it going.
new team has the best chance at doing damage in the pro league?
Oh.
What do you mean by like new team?
On boys team.
the
Like new
AM?
team,
Like
like
the
well,
AM,
what
like,
AM
not in
team
the
that
pro
made it
league
in
before?
Actually,
that weren't in the
Heretics.
pro league before have the best chance doing it? That are doing
I
damage
think-
in the
Yeah, I
league.
think it's Heretics.
I think it's
Heretics,
someone- Yeah, I think.
Midnight,
Heretics,
Nah,
Midnight.
UIU,
Heretics.
teams like
I
that.
think out of
I
I
all
think I
of
would
them,
vote Heretics. I would vote Heretics.
Yeah.
I think E6.
Yeah, I think
don't know.
E6.
I think E6 is gonna make some noise. I think they'll make the playoffs.
But
or
we're really
whatever.
counting them as a new team.
I think everyone makes the playoffs, and this
like
is the way it
General
works.
and Cade. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I guess you can count them as a new team.
You need to be like top 12 in the league to make playoffs. Like,
Can't be
That's a
bottom
lot.
2, I think.
yeah.
But like, all right, so not just make playoffs. Like, you
Wait,
think that
top
they
12?
can get a top 4 at an event? Like, do you think these guys,
Oh,
any of these
no.
teams are like the real deal?
Top 4? Nah.
Nah.
You think any of
Nah,
those
we need
teams
to
are
see
the
more.
real
Heretics?
deal?
We need to
I don't
see
think a
more.
single
We need to
one.
see
Yeah,
more.
we need to see how they play against
Yeah,
like us and
like,
Splice and
yeah.
LG and Optic, and then we can make a discussion about how far
Okay.
they make.
Just looking at potential though, you can't like you don't.
I
Think
mean, look
any
at
Yeah.
the
team-
potential. I know how to shoot
just
against
saw-
other
I just saw a whole bunch
skilled.
of meathead plays. Like
Exactly, dude.
Dude, it was literally, bro, that PLQ was literally
You see how they
bully
react in
season,
front of
bro.
a crowd
People
like
were
they
literally
said, bro.
doing what they wanted and just gunning someone to bed and just making it work. Like, that shit not sliding, bro.
You're not just gonna individually
you
gun
had
your
to
way
pick one,
against
then.
us.
If you have
Probably
to pick one.
Heretics. I think they just
Really?
have that passion right now. Like,
I think they're
like
gonna be good.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the old they're MIBR now, but like the old LG squad when like the Brazilians they first came up to America to start
Yeah,
playing
that's what
Counter
they
Strike.
remind me of.
It
They're just
reminds me a
nasty.
lot like them. Like they really
too.
just like want this more than anything. Like their coach, like I've heard a little bit about it. Like he's
They
like
have
an
an assistant
actual
coach.
fucking coach, bro. Like he's
They
not
literally
like
have an
a pro-
assistant coach, too.
Yeah, like they really are like they're about it, man, and I respect the passion because like when have we had a really good Spanish team like Tohor and stuff like that on Giants? That's like when Methods used to play with them. That was pretty much it, dude. Like, and to see some of these new guys up here and the way that like how passionate they are, man. I think that they can like keep it going and
Dude,
win an event. Dude.
They have hella fans. Like some of their matches were like some of the most viewed matches we
If you
had.
just say Vamos, bro, your mentions are just blowing up.
Oh, yeah. I was spamming Vamos, bro.
It was
Alright,
fun,
so-
dude.
so,
I'm
I
happy
mean-
to have him in the league.
I would agree with the Heretics thing, and I also would agree with Cap. You
Run
can't
it
be
up.
serious, man. I agree with the Heretics thing, and I also agree that E6. I think those are the two teams that have like the best chance.
Yeah.
I went 6-0. I just don't know what to really think about them. I don't know.
It's kind of like what
I was
Lamar
gonna say,
said.
like,
It was like the perfect pool for them to go in.
yeah. It's like, 100T is
But
not
obviously,
playing
you still have to
anywhere
go up.
near their standard at all. Like, 100T was super underperforming. So they just bodied those fools. And then, what they play? They play like Haggie's team. Haggie's team wasn't like expected to be godlike or anything. So they just like smoked them too.
Wow, speaking
They
of
had,
those
really,
teams.
they had good teamwork though, man.
Speaking
No, they
of
do.
those
I'm not
teams,
trying to undermine them. Like they
Yeah.
played really good, but I'm saying like I think if they're in another pool, I don't think they go 6-0 and dominate the way they dominated that pool.
All right.
Because if they
Fair
played like
enough.
an Envy, if they play like Envy the way Envy was playing that weekend, or like you know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, speaking of those teams, 100T and Pittsburgh Knights. let's start with 100T. They qualify, get top 2. Mind blown.
Yeah, I thought at the
Dude,
beginning.
I thought they had to
going
do
into the
a bracket.
PLQ. Yeah, going into the PLQ, bro, everyone was roasting 100T, and I was like, dude, there's no universe where they don't qualify. And then like
Wait,
the
but there
second day,
was.
I was like, yeah. And then the second day, I was like, oh my god, they're about to be 0-3. And then they made like that 1-5 comeback. And then after that, I was like,
They
oh,
reverse
they're
swept,
qualify.
didn't
Yeah.
Third
They
match?
reverse
Yeah,
swept
reverse swept
Mazer,
Mazer.
and then the second match is where they made the 1-5 comeback. They should have been down 0-3.
Yeah. All they had to do is get that one win.
I think 100 Thieves.
You have it opposite. You have it opposite, Clay. They ended a day 1-1, and then they went down 0-2.
Yeah, in the morning.
Because they
on the
could
next
have.
day.
They could have.
Yeah.
They could have been
Yeah,
0-3.
Yeah, that was it.
I think 100 Thieves with like a couple changes, they'll be nasty, but they definitely need to make a change. If they go in the league with that
Someone's
roster,
getting
I
dropped on
think they're
their
getting
neck.
absolutely obliterated.
I think they have to, right? At least for the
You
first
have to.
third of
Wait,
it.
you can't just pick up a sub and allow them to play? I'm pretty sure you could do that.
I don't think you can get a sub until the roster change period, so nobody can have a sub until.
Wait,
the
really? From my understanding, I thought it was you can have a sub.
Yeah, I
going
was
into
reading
it.
something where you could only add subs during roster change periods. And
Wait,
so I
but
don't
what
know
happens if someone needs a sub during this first time? You just
Yeah,
forfeit?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense then.
No, you got to be able to add at least a sub of people.
And
who
no one
aren't in the
ever
league.
need a sub, bro.
I mean,
We'll see.
who was it?
Like
Bose?
if someone breaks
Good.
their hand, like you're gonna need a sub. You don't
Yeah,
just
that's
forfeit.
extreme though. At that point, you just got a sub.
Oh my god, bro.
Pick up a sub, you gotta play.
Somebody said subs
Gotta
have to be
stay on
picked
your
by
grind.
Monday.
Until Monday.
Deadass.
Wow, you only have until Monday?
We're gonna pick
Some
up someone.
people are-
They're gonna be nasty.
Dude.
Going off A's or
Sorry,
G2,
chat.
you
I
gotta
have
start
to do
working
this to get rid
hard.
of it, to get rid of the sound.
You gotta, yeah, you better be grinding to come for your spot.
Yeah, wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
that-
Like, yeah, let's pick up a sub. Like, wait, this
I'm,
one
I'm
might be trying
about
to
to
take
make
my
sure I
spot.
pick up someone.
Bro, it's like you have Priestess stashed on your bench.
Don't
And it's like
have you.
anybody play like shit, you're fucking hitting the pine, bro. Like straight
Yeah,
up. Straight up.
Yo, your sub's gonna be like, your sub's gonna be taking notes,
Yeah,
sending me texts. Like, wait, I
no
really
one's
think
late.
that I'm questioning
No
what
one's
he's doing
late.
here.
Everyone's on their P and Qs.
Any team that has SOG players that wants to get Priest as a sub, they're like, nah, yo, I think we should get an ICR player as our sub, bro.
Wait, if I was Priesta, I'd actually
Like, no,
charge.
let's get Haggy. Let's get
I'd
Haggy.
charge some of these teams the super max to be a sub. No bullshit. Wait, Priesta's stock is through the roof, dude. You can actually secure the bag right now.
Priest is gonna be on a league team if he's not already.
Oh,
dude.
absolutely.
So good.
Whoa, hashtag intel. All right. Moving on. What? That moves me right into the next topic.
Your weird ass.
That moves me right into the next topic. What free agents will land starting positions on pro league teams?
By the end of it
Priesta,
or soon?
JT, Priesta, Desi.
I should change that from free agents to like what players that didn't qualify.
Yeah, 'cause
I
they're
think
not
Priesta
really
and
free
Desi
agents.
are the only ones.
I think
The
somebody
only
might.
ones.
I think somebody might take a shot on Alex
Well-
if they can get out of his contract or whatever.
But why would you take Alex instead of Dylan Codd?
I don't know. I don't know why you would. Just because the last year Alex has more experience.
I mean, Dylan's proven himself in this game, dude.
Yeah. No, I mean, alright. This the way I was looking at it was like, bro, the fact that all these like different teams qualified, like the French team, Heretics, a bunch of these AM teams, they're all like close in the circles. Like no one's joining Heretics, no one's joining the French team, no one's joining any of us, the top 4 teams.
Wait,
And
doesn't
then
Saint
after
speak
that-
Spanish? He could theoretically.
And then, and then it's like EG and Envy. Okay, Envy has like that champs thing. They're not likely to make big moves. EG has their team. I don't think they make big moves. And then like after that, the only spots are like the random AM teams that made in that no one expected, that these pro players like don't really have a link to be able to get in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I don't think really that many like changes are made. I think there might be 1 or 2. That's it. I think everyone's like
What do you guys think about this midnight stuff?
maybe like halfway
Oh,
through
the org
Oh,
stuff?
man.
Expected.
I mean, yeah, I expected there to be like at least 1 or 2 things like kind of quabbles with their org afterwards, because you know some of these orgs. I mean, not just Midnight. Like some of these orgs.
Wait, dude, you
always,
can't. I hate
The
how
chat
it's
is
kind of.
spamming not
I
selling.
mean, like if you sign a contract, you can't expect them to just like let you go, right? Like you can't expect
Yeah,
them to just
but
give you
You
away.
also got to think of from their point of view, like that's probably the only org they could have gotten like at the time.
Yeah, like we're
before
gonna
the
be in the
PLQ, like,
qualifier. We could be
that's-
in the league. Then
Well,
you give us this
you-
amount of salary, sign a contract. I
I
mean,
mean,
but it's their
Did-
fault
did-
for not having something
they
in there to
go under-
renegotiate.
Did they
Yeah,
go to Vegas under
100%.
that too?
Probably.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
so like
Yeah, I
that's probably
think
how
that-
they
I
got
think they
sent to
did.
Vegas.
Yeah, but I mean, you should know. It's not. Yo, send us to Vegas, and then we'll go to the PLQ, and if we qualify, you gotta sell us. Like,
Yeah,
Well, kind of how that overtime team did. Like they just announced that they had something in their contract saying if they made the league, overtime selling the spot.
Wait,
So,
really?
yeah.
Yeah, they announced that they're looking for an
Overtime
org.
is on a
Wow.
come up. So.
They're gonna make like a quarter mil right
Vitality.
they're
there,
gonna
bro.
make a lot of cash from
Vitality.
that.
Overtime's on a come up
Homies
right
are
now.
coming with the all yellow
I think that's more
human
of a
race.
Wait,
Or-
overtime
and
is
the
the French
players.
team?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the friend.
Oh
that's the
yeah,
French race,
Whalers bringing
isn't it?
Vitality back in the league, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna cash out. Wow.
And so it's
No,
like
but
that's what
that's,
Midnight should have had in theirs, or at least something where like if we make the league, we renegotiate our
You're gonna
salary
give
because
us, like, league salary.
if they're getting paid 2-3K a month, bro, that's ridiculous. Like for
Yeah,
what
that's
the
gonna be like
average of the
lowest
league is.
Of
Oh,
any,
that's
The
of
true.
lowest
of
by
any team, any players.
$7,000.
That's why you gotta. That's why these guys gotta
Whoa,
make sure
whoa,
if you
whoa.
have any realistic chance of making the league to like be careful with your contracts. A lot of AMs don't realize that. Like
That's
they
why
just-
Team
Might as
Space
well-
took the
they
Mikey's
don't
route
have
they
team
money
did
did.
it
coming
right.
in and they
Yeah,
just instantly
Mikey's team
sign.
did it right.
Yeah, but Mikey's team at
They
least
were
they have like the
sweating.
experience.
Oh,
though,
they
like,
were sweating.
to
I
know
was
they
about
were
to
sweating.
say
No, that-
those
yeah.
fools went no salary for 2-3 months.
But they have the experience to realize, like, okay, if we do this, we're gonna get paid a lot. Like some of these AM guys, they just sign the contract right away, and it's hard to even really blame them because it's like, you know, like they don't have any money.
just
coming
haven't
in,
been
and
in the
they want to
position,
make
man.
cash. They haven't been in the position, so it's a learning experience. But
Wait, what did they say
got you,
leak
Swanee.
about?
wait, what happened?
Oh, I
Clay,
said-
bro.
What? Oh yeah. Do you think the lowest salary is $10,000, bro? $7,000?
Wait, Clay's getting
Yeah,
the
bro.
bag.
Plays off
Chat.
the rocker, bro.
Yeah, yo, Clay.
Next
deadass
topic,
got the
next
super
topic,
max,
next
bro.
topic.
All right, yeah, let's move on. All right, do you guys feel like there's a bigger skill gap in this game than there was in World War II? If so, why?
Individual
Yeah,
skill gap
too
or like
soon to,
team
too
skill
soon to
gap?
tell, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I
Because,
think
like,
it is
the-
too soon.
I think this game is kind of like a brain, like I don't know, it's like a dumb game.
jetpack
This game,
COD,
yeah,
that's
this
not a
game's a
jetpack
jetpack.
COD,
This
bro.
game's a jetpack COD. I think this game takes more gun skill,
Kind
but
of
I
like
think
something we've never really played just because of the health and healing.
yeah, I think this takes more gun skill,
And
but
5v5.
smarts wise, World War II took way more smarts, bro. Like you can fuck, like I said, you can fuck up in this game and then just gun your way out of it and flip spawns. Where like in World War II, if you fucked
you
up,
fucked
even if
up,
you got a
you're
two-piece, you're
fucked.
still fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
now,
think the
World War II
decision
probably had
making
the
last
biggest
year-
skill gap we've ever played.
World War II did?
Nah, I'm messing
Nah,
with
I
you, bro.
think- I
I knew
think
I had
that-
Lamar on my side instantly if I went that route.
No, I think just like decision making in World War II is more punishing. Like Clay said, like if you didn't make the
100%.
right decision, there's 3 options. If you don't pick the right one, you're fucked. In this game, there's 6 options, and you could pick 4 out of them, and it'll work.
Well,
The
you
team
had a
signed a
hike
3-year,
to the
40
hill if you
million.
played Gibraltar.
Yeah, there was no
You had to
slide,
value
no
your life.
grapple. There was no grapple, bro. Yeah, bro. Someone has to be giving Priest the super max.
Hold on, I
deal,
gotta
bro.
show the stream Slasher's tweet. He said, "I lost full, walked into my living room, and my mom was on the couch watching the Codcast on the TV."
Shout out to Slasher's mom. Let's go.
It's too big to go onto the screen, but shout
Wait,
out to
have y'all-
Austin's mom.
Austin's
Look, there it
fucking cool.
is. It's hilarious.
Yeah, we should just start cooking Austin.
bro, when we were watching that play, every time Austin grabs his beard hair like this, he's always hella pissed, bro. Always
Wait,
hella
yeah,
Nah,
he's
pissed.
so mad when he does that.
I
He
wish
does
I
that.
had my cam on, bro. Austin does this thing with his hand. It's so funny where he like points his 3 fingers. He's like, "We should have done this." Like, it's so
Oh,
funny,
like
bro.
this, like this, yeah.
He's trying to get you, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, you know who else does that when they're like, and when Krim gets shit on, he just sits there and he starts playing with his beard hair. He just does like the little twist.
Twirls it,
He
twirls it.
twirls it. He goes, shit.
I think we
All
were
right."
talking
What
He
the
goes-
fuck?
he goes,
While
"Oh,
he's
fuck,
playing
oh,
with his
okay."
beard.
It's so funny.
Oh man,
Alright,
that's good
so-
stuff.
So
Rated does that shit too. Rated's thinking S&D strats. He just, yeah, so this guy, I'm gonna get a kill and I'll get Annihilator. Don't know how. Let's go.
wait, he got 1 kill and got an Annihilator. That's low-key
Alright, yeah,
unacceptable.
that
dude.
needs to be fixed. ASAP.
That was
I know
mind-blowing.
it should
Thinking
be.
about that.
He
I've
got
been
1
complaining
kill.
about that.
I was mind
Yeah.
blown. There's no way they could have expected him to have an Annihilator. He had 1 kill,
Bro,
dude.
what
That
if it
was
was
mind blowing, bro. That's the worst way to lose the qualifier. He got
Was
1
it?
kill.
Yeah, I saw that
Yo,
Annihilator.
homie tweeted out. I went
I
from
was like,
almost
it's
getting
over.
sent to retirement
Bryce.
to the hero, bro.
Bryce, I was in the green.
007 for the
Bryce, I was in the
bro.
green room and I see the like where we all chill with John, and I see Annihilator spin out, and I was like, wait, this fool has 1 kill. I was like, the Codcaster has to be messed up
He
or
got
something.
it
There's
that
no way.
round.
He got an Annihilator 5-5 with 1 kill. I would be enraged, bro.
Dude, I think it was the Totino's event, Black Ops 3, when you got Annihilator like 3 times as S&D, and I remember somebody on Breach just using it and just popping off.
Jerry,
Yeah, Jerry.
It was Jerry for the chimp.
Wait, was that Totino's? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Totino's 5-5 S&D Breach. Homie Jerry goes, I got Annihilator. Bang!
They actually need to fix that though. They need to slow down like dude, you should have been.
It should
yeah,
not
yeah,
be the
yeah.
time. It should be only score, bro.
It should not be time.
Black Ops 3 like made it extreme.
Or
And
just
you
slow it
shouldn't
down
get
a
a
little bit.
specialist at the end of the round. If you use at the end of the round, you shouldn't get it
Yeah,
back the next round. That's
that
so.
was
I've been complaining
ridiculous.
about that for months.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, you saw X's War Machine?
Yeah,
I
the
was
War
actually
Machine.
pissed when people
was
said that
crazy.
about Pat. I'm like, people
Yo,
can't be
that
this
that happened
lost.
in G2 too.
Wait, no,
G2
it
was
didn't.
probably-
No way.
Yes, it
no.
did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I
He
did.
1v2 Zinni.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
and then he popped a
Oh,
4 piece the next round.
Yeah.
On
Oh,
Beast.
G2 got unlucky.
Yeah, I feel bad for G2, dude. They're actually pretty fucking
I
good.
Bro,
Yeah, they're a good
I,
team.
I
You
literally
don't-
complained about that specialist thing
Bryce.
months ago, and then people were like, dude, slow AR players just trying to take the fun stuff out of the game. What? It's fun getting 6 war machines in a game?
Oh,
You
yeah,
could use
Tommy,
it every round?
Yeah, Tej in the chat. Tej in the chat. He's calling you
What?
out. That was Tej that tweeted that.
Alright, what do
I
we
think
got?
it was Fugazi,
All right,
bro.
moving on.
What we got next? What do we got
Okay.
next?
So
What,
bad for Zinni.
what division is harder, A or B? Let me pull it up for you guys.
I haven't really looked at them too much.
I think A is harder. To be
I'm gonna link
honest.
it
I
in the
think
chat for
A is
everybody.
more stacked top to bottom.
Like if you look
I
at
think
it,
A's more even. I
you-
think B's
you
more
ca-
top heavy.
You compare the teams like that are in the same line, like so us and Optic and then Splice and LG, and you look down at it and it's like B has like really good teams, but I think A just overall like is the harder group.
So there's the divisions, everybody. There you go. All
I
right.
can't see it, bro. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you can.
You
Oh,
can't.
I
it's
would
like-
say
It's like Optic over us, LG Splice. You can probably take Splice, then Midnight Envy. You take Envy, but then you take EG is a harder team, Uyu's a harder team, Reciprocity is a harder team, Space is a harder team,
Oh,
Red Star's a harder
shit, yeah,
team.
y'all caught that, right? Y'all
Yeah,
caught
is
that.
Uyu
actually the harder
UIU
team though,
over
bro?
100 Thieves, yo.
Is it though?
Wait,
100
say that again?
UIU's the harder team.
Over
No,
100
then
Thieves right
who?
now?
Then who?
No, okay, but that's the thing is right now,
Wait,
maybe. But like,
UI's the harder
100T
team versus
ceiling,
who?
100T ceiling is way higher, so they could
Great.
randomly just become nasty, and now all of a sudden they're a top team.
UIU versus 100T?
I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah, you
UIU
kinda
would
like
smoke
compare.
100 T right now.
No, they
No,
won't.
yo, everyone
No.
tweet, hey, yo, clip
That was
tweet it all
a
100
super
teams.
gas out of Clay. But Clay,
No.
you're tripping. Clay, you're tripping, bro.
Wait. Give 100
Wait,
T
I
a
don't
week
know
or
if I'm
two.
taking Rec over Heretics that easy, bro. Cause Rec was like struggling against, like those like low-level teams. Those
Wait,
was lost
Heretics
to,
is
like,
better than Reciprocity.
it-
Space
like,
beats Accelerate.
Whoa. Accelerate's nasty too, though. Don't get it twisted.
Nah, Space
Well,
Space
Space
beats.
actually
Oh wait,
beat 'em,
that's
didn't they?
basketball.
Yo, Austin said my mom just laughed at that one.
Wait, I actually think Division B is harder.
I think.
100%. Wait, overtime or UIU? Who
Yeah,
y'all
I think B's harder too. I actually think B's harder.
Overtime or Reciprocity?
Cause if 100T make a change, they're gonna be nasty as hell. And then Heretics, I think Heretics will be good. I think they'll be the one team out of the new
it
teams
just depends
that's
on the
actually
way you
solid.
look on it. Like,
NB got a lot better. E6
the potential,
will
all
be
the
good.
highest ceilings on A are higher. I
Potential?
feel like, yeah, like the potential of Red
potential's-
Reserve, the potential is Team Space,
Yeah,
the
okay,
potential
that's
of
true.
Rec, your guys' potential, LG's potential, Optics potential. Like,
I think B will be more
like-
competitive at least in the beginning.
that's a lot.
That's true. You kind of look at A, you see 8. You look at B, you see 7.
Yeah. And so
I don't know,
you can
to
even
be
say
honest.
like
I look at
6. You
Division
can even say
A and I
6.
feel like Optic might lose like 3 times max.
at A.
Yeah.
No.
What do you mean, dude? Optic's not losing a match the whole season. Green wall. Stupid shitter caster.
Ah, shit,
Oh,
bro.
my
Kick
bad.
him out. Kick him out. Kick him out.
I think Optic will dominate that group. But B I think will be really competitive. I don't know. We'll see. So what are you guys going with, A or B? Final answer.
I think
I
A
think
just
A is
based on
harder.
potential and like obviously teams are gonna improve throughout the league and with that league practice.
100T kicks up, I got B.
Teach said 500 a match. I'm not losing. That's
yeah,
true.
dude,
we got
that
cash
is true.
on the line
You get
now
cash
too.
each match, dude. It's
T,
gonna
you
be
ain't catching no
intense.
team slacking this year, boy.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Like,
every-
Team
somebody
are gonna
every-
be coming really
It's gonna be
focused.
0 and 14, just ready.
Right?
Trying to make some money, bro.
Listen, bro, we can make 500 right here. Let's go.
All right.
That is a nice bonus right there.
It really is. I like it a lot, dude. It's enough to care about it. Like 500
Yeah.
each, bro. Like
Yeah,
I
that's-
actually.
oh,
think
yeah,
That's a pair of sneakers, you know, in the
That's
cockpit.
dinner.
Dude, that's a pair of Yeezys,
Yeah,
bro.
you're
Oh,
also.
no,
It also can make some people tilt too. Like,
Going to the
dude,
steakhouse.
Right? Y'all just costing me 500.
It's like we were gonna go to steakhouse. Now we gotta order fucking.
Chipotle.
McDonald's.
Wait, what was that place that was always open late night, bro? In
Steak and
Columbus?
Oh, I know what you're
The
talking
barbecue
about.
place
no,
or
exactly.
something.
I know
what
what
you're talking about.
Never mind.
What the hell
Dude,
is it
that
called,
that
bro?
place fucked my stomach up so many
Yo,
times.
is it the one that has the straight
Munch?
racial
Is it
slur
Munch?
menu? No, it literally has the racial slur menu, bro.
yes, that place, bro.
I ain't gonna say it, but it was literally like, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Bro,
The straight
What's it-
racial
what's it,
slurs, yo. You wanna?
Smoky Bones? Was
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Smoky Bones.
It's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That's all there's open, bro. Chicken tenders and fries, bro.
That ass.
Shit, bro.
I got some
Like, why you
tweets
just
that I want to
tossing
pull
dogs
up.
around, yo?
What?
What's
I
up
put her on
with
the
you, yo?
couch. It's a
Yo,
couch.
everyone just spamming that shit,
I
bro.
was spamming Peter.
Yeah, I got some reactions from people who qualified that I want to pull up real quick. Two ones I thought were hilarious.
the fastball.
All right, so immediately when fastball qualified, this is what he tweeted, guys. Oh. Hold on, let me actually censor out this reply. I can't show the reply that was on
Wait.
this tweet, but all right.
Show
He
it,
said
bro.
qualified for the pro league after years of sacrifice. Everyone who told me I would never make it and to quit, suck my dick. Hashtag McBusy.
Yo, I fucked with it, bro.
Big
That's
busy,
passion, bro.
dog.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
I fuck with his
fastball.
I
name.
thought that
EXG
tweet
Mr.
was
Balla,
hilarious, dude.
Yo, I fuck with that
Ball with my
fastball,
bros.
bro. Yeah, you got my
Dude.
props for that one, bro.
If we're speaking of passion,
Facts.
fastball brings straight passion, dude. Do
Yo,
you guys
you
watch
should see
Accelerate
his-
matches?
Yo, you should have seen the video of his freaking when they actually qualified. You got him and started gorilla pounding on his chest. Yo, find it, please. He goes like, ooh. Yo, that shit is so
Somebody link
funny.
it in the chat so I can watch it.
Yeah, we were
Bro.
playing Mizuno's team the day like our scrim before. We scrimmed fastball just to get ready for him. Dude, they were actually nasty.
Dude, yeah, because
Wait,
fastball
let me
plays
tell you.
in mock speed.
Yeah, we set up the scrim for 12:30, right? It's 12:45. They just get there, right? Fastball looks at us dead in the face and goes, "I left my controller at the hotel." He had to drive 20 minutes to Uber back, grab it, and then come
what a
back.
lost fool.
And then he scrimmed us.
And
That
he
shit was
probably went
comedy.
ham too, dude. He plays so fast. Like he'll get shit on 3 lives in a row and then just keep running at you, and then he'll eventually start frying you. Like it's gonna happen.
He's got no fear.
Dude, no fear at all. Dude, the way fastball plays, like, dude, it actually feels like he doesn't care if he wins or loses.
Yeah,
Like,
that
he's
guy
just running
linked
at
the
you no matter
clip.
what.
I think he linked the.
Let me see. Let me make sure it's
yeah,
okay
yeah,
to watch
yeah,
on,
yeah,
on
watch.
here.
No, it is. Watch it. Yeah, the way he pounded on his chest, like not even like, it's different if you pound on your chest differently, but that shit is so funny.
Hold up, dude. Yo, this is
Yo.
amazing. Oh shit.
Yo, on. I was about-
Dude, that is amazing. I can't wait to show the chat this. I
Yeah,
gotta
that
make it
shit was
smaller.
hilarious.
Oh man.
There's like you could pound your chest, but not like that. That should just look hilarious, bro.
What about Man Rock?
Hey, that's passion though. I like the way. I mean, the way fastball plays the game, like, dude, it
Wait,
works in this game.
Profizi is nasty.
Yeah, bro. I think Profizi is by far the best
Get
player.
busy.
We didn't really talk about that.
Profizi's actually nasty.
Hashtag get busy.
All right, here's the clip.
He was
guys.
good at IW too, though. With that E-Red.
Yeah, he was.
Look at this. That's amazing, bro. That's passion, bro. If I seen somebody doing that across the stage, I'm like, shit.
That shit is so fun.
Oh my god. Oh,
shit, yo,
in the
yo,
chat.
It's a wrap.
Yo, you should stop on my stream one of these days, Beazle. You know,
Yeah.
bullshit.
Shout out,
that
shout out,
ass.
Beasley. Alright, we
Beasley,
got rid of the
man, come
sound.
on.
Run it up.
Beasley, shout out. That's one of my homies, bro. He's always in the stream. Much love.
00020.
All right. Who are the Rookie of the Year candidates thus far? You have to pick
What?
a couple. You have to pick a couple so far. Like so far, who's
Dylan
en
Codd.
route? Like you can start to speculate that early in the year. They do
Dylan
that in every
Codd.
sport. Dylan Codd is up there. Well, he's not in the league though, so
He's gonna
can't
be
really
in the
say.
league for sure because someone's getting chokeslammed and they're picking him up.
It's gotta
There's
be.
no way. No, we're not doing this again, bro.
Abizi
Are
is
we
not a
counting
rookie.
are we counting Abizi as a
Abizi
rookie,
is not
bro?
a rookie.
We can't be doing this. He played a full year last year, bro.
Yeah, BZ's not.
Yeah,
a rookie.
BZ is not a rookie.
Frosty
maybe.
Major Maniac played last year too.
He's not a rookie.
Major Maniac's a hard kill though.
But he's not a
Kismet.
rookie.
Kismet's rookie. of the year.
Kismet.
That
Did he
kid's
play last year?
godlike.
Alright, bro. I guess we have to reinvent the rookie thing,
No,
bro.
Kismet
Rookie
did
in the
play last
league.
year.
Yeah, Kismet played last year too
Who
on
did
E6.
play it? I'm trying to think. I guess like.
I
feel
just
like
don't think
you have to
nowadays
be in the
there's no
league to be
actual
rookie of the year.
rookies. Yeah, you have to be in the league.
All the
Probably
rookies
can't-
came
Probably
in like
someone
last
from
year.
Heretics, right?
Me, Damon said me. I didn't play last year. Nah, I
People are
guess
saying
you're
Cellian,
Frosty,
no
Frosty.
chance,
Frosty.
bro.
Do we
Abizi-
count?
Frosty.
Abizi's gonna
Frosty's
end up
the only
winning it.
rookie, bro.
Dude, but Frosty has so much earnings, like in
Journey?
championships from other games.
Oh,
like,
Journey played last year though.
is
didn't
he really a rookie?
Yeah, I think so. I think I played him at
That's
Seattle.
one of
Lucky
the
played
kids on
last year.
overtime.
I don't think Metals played last year.
Medals.
Nah,
Medals
bro.
Medals
that's
definitely-
the fool with
Medals
the
definitely
beamer.
played
That fool
World
has
War
the
II.
gunny,
Envoy
bro.
played in AW, so he's not a rookie. But I mean, Kenny won Rookie of the Year and he played in AW, so I guess it's just your first year in the
Wait, we
season
need to.
here.
We actually need to change that Rookie of the Year thing. That you have to be a rookie to get it.
Yeah,
You
but
should
like,
have to
Wait,
be a
the-
rookie.
there's
Wait,
no
but the-
rookie that actually comes up their first
I
year.
mean,
Yeah,
Envoy?
I'm
No.
calling the Rookie of the Year, and he hadn't even played an event. Simp.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, I
that's
forgot.
a
No, he's
solid
getting on a
guess.
team. Simp's got to
That's
get
a
on a team,
solid.
bro.
I like that one, Clay. I like that
Nah, that was caca.
You can't have it on the league team.
Wait, you actually don't think Sim's good?
I mean, I don't think he's gonna come out and just fry. Because
I
he's
think
gonna
he'll be
come
good,
out.
dude.
He's gonna come out probably on an AMP team, and he has to learn how to play like just like Celium did.
Oh, the chat's been spamming Celium the whole time, so let's talk about
Bro,
his
Celium.
performance.
I hate talking about stuff like this when there's such a freaking cult following to it. 'Cause you sound like a hater, bro. Everyone starts
Yeah, I got
roasting you.
toasted for saying he got blessed, which he did get blessed. That's just a fact.
I mean,
don't know why I got toasted for that.
I'll speak my
He's
mind
still a
on
good
it, bro.
player.
I do,
He's a good
he
player.
did not fry. He did not fry. He's getting major
Wait, the
overgassed
community
by the
thinks that
fans.
he fried.
He didn't
though.
fry, but he didn't play bad,
He
right?
played
He
good.
didn't
It was,
play-
it
he
was
didn't play
slightly
bad,
above average.
He
Slightly
didn't play
above
bad.
average.
He didn't play bad. I'm not saying he played bad, but he
Bruh.
didn't fry.
He probably
Slightly above
had
average.
two standout series, and it was the one against
FaZe Clan
FaZe
Black series.
and then the other one that where he ended up 1v4 was a Team Sween.
I don't
Like
remember.
Like I think it was Team Sween. That's who he won.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
Sween.
yeah,
It was
Was
Sween.
it
It was
2v4?
from the-
2v5,
from the
yeah,
little
2v4.
room.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, listen, hold on. I want to get to this because this guy, all caps, that 2v4, hello. One play doesn't mean you're frying.
Yeah, no.
What, I can have a .6 and have that 2v4 and I'm frying all of a sudden? Shit.
No, he played fine. Like he didn't play bad. He didn't cost them or anything. He played good. Like he played fine.
Yeah,
But
he's a good
people are
pro.
acting like
Good-
people are
he's a
acting
good-
like
good
he
player.
fried. Like man, like what? That he didn't fry. Like Scraps fried. Luca fried. Silly fried.
Like
Yeah,
that's when you're going off. Like he had a couple
he
good
had,
maps
he had
here and
two
there.
series that
He played
impressed, like
fine.
Damon
He didn't
said.
play bad.
FaZe Clan Black, where you're like, that's a top 32 team, which obviously they ended up like even in a position to qualify for the league. And then Team Swing. After that, he didn't do anything where you're like, this kid's gonna be nasty.
One thing I will say is
Not
like,
saying that he can't become
their
that
team,
player.
their team wasn't that good, and he
Yeah.
did show a lot of potential. So maybe
Yeah,
in
no,
another
yeah,
scenario,
he played.
he'd be
yeah,
a
like
great
I
player.
said, he played fine.
Just
Yeah.
talking PLQ strictly.
But the
he did
community
not
does
play,
have
but
a
even-
way of kind of gassing up people sometimes, and they don't like actually deserve to be super gassed like that.
I mean, dude,
Yeah.
when we scrimmed them online, he was dropping 46 on my forehead every single map on hardpoint. Like, they just
Yeah, he was
fried us,
AK
dude.
damage.
Wait,
When
when we scrimmed FaZe
Before-
online, we
wait,
couldn't win a
before the
hard
event?
point.
Same,
Before
that's
the
what I'm
event,
saying,
we
dude.
didn't.
Yeah,
we
before
played him in
the
a
event.
best of 11. They 11-0'd us.
Dude, that's
We-
what I'm saying.
we
Like, they
couldn't
were
win a-
When I was in Chicago, we didn't win a map.
Yeah. They couldn't beat. We could not win a hard point versus them when we scrimmed them every time online.
And
Like
I
I
think
said,
that
he
just
probably
that
obviously,
dissonance
that's-
obviously
sucks.
has
I
the
thought they were gonna
potential,
go there and
but
fry.
if you're talking strictly PLQ, he did not play to even
mean,
what he wanted
You
to
also
play.
you also have to put into perspective like how much exact pressure was on him. Like he was getting
Oh,
pressure from
100%.
Oh,
the
yeah.
org,
Dude,
the
that
fans,
is a
all the
hard
pro
tournament
players,
to
all the
start,
amateurs.
like,
Dude, he was
first
getting
event.
pressure from his girlfriend. Like I saw her like disappointed in him, bro. Like it's like damn, bro.
Wait.
Like, shit.
That's his first
He
ever
brought his
LAN.
girlfriend to his first event. That's tragic, bro.
No, I don't know if she was there or not. I just saw
You
shit
can't
on
bring
Twitter,
you
dude.
can't bring your girlfriend to your first event. I don't even know if you did or not, but You know, I
But
thought
like,
he
bro,
played fine. I think he has
all
a lot
that
of potential.
pressure,
We
pressure
didn't
is
lose
tough,
when we
dude.
scrimmed on land too.
Fate,
Shady.
dude, it sounds familiar, Tommy. I don't know if you remember. That's
Chill.
Nah, like I said, bro, the kid could have potential. Obviously, it just wasn't shown at the PLQ.
Do you think somebody
So
picks
for him
Sully
to
up as
say
a
he's
sub?
trying, it's just not.
As a sub, yeah, not as
yeah,
a...
I'm sure he'll get on a sub. I don't think he instantly gets on
Yeah,
the
all right,
starting
Maniac.
roster.
We'll be seeing you, bro.
I have a question for you guys that I've been thinking about. Zuma, what do you guys think about him in this game? Do you think he should be on a team? Because he's in the chat right now.
Yeah, these guys all might be fucking FaZe fans. Hold on, let me ban them real quick. Y'all can keep talking.
Do you think Zuma will land on a pro league team?
100%. I hope so.
I think he will.
It's Tommy, dude. He's fucking nasty, bro.
Yeah, I played 10
No,
with him today,
all
and he
of
was a
them.
super
Bro,
mega hard
remember
carry.
FaZe Red and Ghost when they all split and they started frying? I think that's gonna happen with this FaZe.
I think they just need to split
If
up.
they
yeah.
all play on a different team that like plays around them or like shit like that, they're just
The
way
new
better.
vibe, man.
Yeah, like
They all
they're
just
all
fresh
Is
better.
it, I think it's the same thing like 100
Please don't be
Like their
nasty on
team's
another
not working.
team.
It's literally both teams are the same thing. They need
Who's
to
gonna
split
take
up
the
and
chance?
combine.
What team do you think takes the chance
On who?
on Zuma? It's not really a chance.
So if you're just know if you're a SOG player, bro, you better be on your A
SOG
game.
players
like,
better be on their A
The
game
first,
right now because
the first third of the matches, like, you
Zuma's
gotta
not
go
in.
off, bro.
Yeah, you
Fuck,
better.
Yeah, you see Clay looking left and right, like
point, bro.
your
He's
spot's up
coming
for
for that
grabs,
spot.
yo.
Zuma's coming for that spot.
Yeah,
Dylan,
Yeah, there's
Zuma's
some
already
hard
saying
hitters
that
coming out
shit.
for your spot.
Yeah.
Dylan
Zuma's
Cobb.
already saying that shit, bro. He'll be on his stream like, "Oh, someone pick me up. Your team is trash."
We're about to see the best competition ever, bro. People are literally playing for money each match and for their spot each
Bro,
match.
how many like pros do you think get dropped on their neck? Like, that are on a team now?
There's gonna be so many people that like the roster mania is gonna be insane. I feel like
mid-season, right?
yeah, mid-season roster mania is gonna
Yeah,
be insane.
not early. I don't think the first one. I think the second one.
I think
Yeah.
was the second one after the event, like the open.
After,
Yeah,
like, Fort Worth or something.
Oh,
Apparently
bro, that one
I'm
is
sure
gonna
there's a
be
lot of roster
dumb lit.
windows.
Yeah, I think
There's three roster
There's
windows.
three.
I think
There's
after
three.
Fort
Yeah.
Worth there would be a big change,
Yeah, I
but
think
before
that'd
there
be
won't
crazy.
be.
Yeah, I don't get why they made it where you can make a roster change right before Fort Worth. I feel like the first one should be after
Oh, it's
Fort Worth.
before.
Yeah, it's literally
Yeah,
like
it's March. It starts in March.
I guess the
I
way
don't
they see
get-
it is like
to,
you have
like,
the
the
league to determine if you want
Yeah.
the team for Fort Worth, you know?
Yeah, I think it makes sense because you do have that 2 weeks of the league, so it's like if you guys just go 0 and whatever, you're just forced to go to Fort Worth together
Yeah, I mean,
with only
I
six
like the way they
events.
did
With
it, for
only
sure.
6 events, like you just had to throw away an event knowing you guys are dog shit.
All right, let's move on to something else I want to talk about. Lightning Pandas, dude. Top 6 at Vegas, and then they just get absolutely bamboozled.
that's just unacceptable,
Unacceptable.
unbelievable, mind blown.
Where like, did you guys
There's like
watch them? What
historic
did you think
players
was their
on that
biggest
team,
issue?
bro. There's literally historic players on that team. You cannot go to a PLQ where it should be bully
Well,
season
I think
and not
they
win a
only play
match.
like one stream on one match on like the actual stream. I feel like. So
Yeah, I didn't see them
I
too
couldn't-
often.
Yeah, I can't really
got
tell
to
you
watch
what
a
their
decent
problem
amount.
with. I just know I think they got caught lacking by Heretics just off rip because I'm pretty sure Heretics makes noise online and all of them just scratch it off. They're like, Spaniard internet probably or something like that. Like
Yeah,
these
they just
kids
kept
suck.
losing, kept getting
And
more
then,
frustrated.
so then yeah, so they were probably losing 2K because I saw a lot of like 2K wins by Heretics or whatever, and then they probably came into the LAN thinking, oh, this is about to be easy, and Heretics obviously came with the fire, and then. Like I said, the other matches they weren't really streamed other than like the NV1.
I think
got
that
fried.
the 5th, 6th placing at Vegas is what fucked them. Like, the top 4 made it, Sween and them got 5th, 6th, and the 1 placing away from qualifying, and then 7th, 8th
were
was
they in?
EG and straight ripping. So it's literally like they were in our pool. Sween was.
No,
I
no,
think
no,
he's
no.
talking
Not
about
letting
the
you
pro. I didn't think
Probably.
that. I think that
but
the
They were in
pro
the
league was
NV
just
pool.
tough.
I'm just
LV
saying,
was with
Clay?
NV Heretics, Giants beat them. I'm pretty
Clay,
sure.
go ahead, finish your
Yeah,
statement.
just that 5th, 6th placement, dude. Like, where you're 1 away from qualifying for the league at Vegas and they lose that. I think they were just in their heads, like, going into the PLQ. Like, the teams that got 7th, 8th grinded, straight ripping an EG, and they got so much better. But then the teams that
Yeah.
got 5th, 6th were like, oh, we're good. We should be able to get, top 12 here easy. We just got 5th, 6th. We don't need to work on that much. I don't know.
And I mean, you have to think of their practice over there is whack too, because Red and Reciprocity moved. So who the hell are they even scrimming? Swing all day.
Yeah, that's true. I brought that up on the desk. I was like, they must not have like
Their
a lot of
practice
teams to
online was
play.
probably trash, but it could also been like you said, like an ego thing. Like, we placed top 6. We're good. They probably weren't taking practice as serious because they don't really have teams to practice against.
Man, but you gotta think. What do you think those players do? Because like when you get beat that bad, you're not getting picked up. Nobody's
Well,
getting picked
the
up.
I mean,
only
it's
guy I feel
tough
that has
to-
stock is Alex.
Yeah.
And it's tough because the other good EU players all moved to NA, and then the other EU teams that qualified are French and Spanish. Like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
It's
The only
such a
UK
tough
team
year
is Red
to
and
not
Red
qualify for the league.
Surprise.
Dude.
It
EU
really
scene
is,
is
dude.
not good.
Yeah.
Either's wait, Australia's.
Well, they have one representation, Dens. One person left
Yeah.
in the league. So that's
Ends
good.
the goat.
Dens
Alright.
really is nasty.
It's it's just tough. Like, like again, it's just unacceptable to show up like that and not. And the thing is,
All they had to do
is
was
they
go 1 and
went
5,
into
and they
the-
could have
yeah,
made bracket.
they went into the last match and still could have made bracket,
It's crazy, right?
and they went game 5 to Tainted Minds. Like,
That's just
after all of that,
yeah.
you were 0-5 and you still had a shot and you still didn't like clutch up.
Yeah, their
and
map
to be
count
like
was
veterans
7
like that.
and 18, dude. That's just you can't do that. Same thing as Nation
Crazy.
Power.
Bro, the way I'm looking at it, like, just like, bro, if you're a historic player like Mad Cat, Josh, like these type of people, and you
Yeah.
go into PLQ, you literally just have to fry. Like, that's your time. You need to fry and just lock your stuff down and keep it moving.
Yeah, like Pat did, bro. He was in and out, bro.
Yeah, business as usual is what he
Yeah,
tweeted.
business as usual, bro. He tweeted
Such
out
a-
that gift
Such
like
an annoying
LeBron.
tweet.
I didn't see that once.
Yo,
Wow,
thoughts
dope
on this,
out.
by the way. In the bracket, every team that had a bye lost their first round match.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
I-
What was it? It was FaZe.
Dude, that's what I
Mind
said.
It was
Freak.
FaZe, Sween,
Oh, no,
not Sween, no,
overtime?
my bad. FaZe, no, EXG,
Overtime?
Jesus. I'm just gonna link it, dude. I'm reading it wrong. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, chat.
Who can't read?
No, FaZe.
No,
lost.
it was like upside down or something there.
Overtime
No,
loss.
seriously. Yeah,
Mind
EXG
Freak
beat
lost.
FaZe, yep.
Actually,
Wait,
no,
that-
Mind Freak didn't lose.
That's
I'm
the
gonna-
thing about
oh,
playing
Mind
one
Freak
match
had
or
a
2
run
matches a
match.
day. Like, team
I mean,
plays 2
it's the same.
matches.
It's the same way in an event.
I'm putting it on the stream for you guys.
Yeah,
Sorry
no,
about
it
that.
is. It is.
So it's not. It should be nothing
No,
different.
FaZe in
Like,
fucking.
the only
Oh,
time when
Red
you're playing
Reserve
more
was
than like
another
2
one?
matches a day in an event is you're making a losers
Yeah,
run.
Red
but
Reserve and G2. Yeah.
Yeah, so like all these teams like
The
ended up
shocking
losing
one
their.
was Mind Freak beating G2. Obviously, EXG beating FaZe. Sween, I knew was gonna happen, and then
I saw
Team Space versus
Mind Freak
Red, I
beating
don't know.
G2 because of Surge. Mind Freak's it's
And
like
then the
yeah,
bottom
but
one
bro,
you
you
could
have
see on there
Blackpool
was
and
Space
Dusty,
and
bro.
Red,
You
guys.
can't lose Search.
they're quietly good at Surge though. Like Luca and
Mind Freak,
Swifty are
yeah.
nasty at
Oh,
Surge.
yeah.
Because
thought that was nuts.
those kids are S&D stars like in the
Yeah,
Aussie
the,
scene.
the Aussie scene is just
Yeah.
S&D stars.
Like it's just S&D and that's like how they got brought up.
Yeah, that Luka guy had like a 20 bomb in search.
Yeah, versus me.
We'll be seeing you.
It was
Wait,
22.
Bryce, you
and,
had a good tournament, dude. You
and
actually
Swi- and
turned
Swi-
up.
and Swifty had
yeah, they had Vegas Bryce, bro.
wait,
Yeah, they
business
did.
as usual, bro. That like I haven't
Oh,
missed a
the
league.
robot Bryce, bro.
So,
All right, let's move into the last segment, dude. Let's do the Loony hot seat. So before we
We're
start
already
this,
here? Oh shit, let's go.
yeah, I mean we pretty much covered everything. All right,
Get
unless there's anything specific you guys wanted to talk about.
I mean, this is pretty good length. It's been about an hour or so. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
this is a good.
Touch on shit.
All right, let's move on to the Loony hot seat, bro. All right, before we started this chat, Danny said he wanted to be on the hot seat. He said he wanted to do it. So I made some tough questions. We'll see how he reacts. Which PLQ team that made it in will be a flop in the league?
Easy answer is overtime. My other answer would be midnight.
Why?
Ooh. Saucy.
Because this guy's running double stock, bro. No attachments. You'll
With
see
a
him
stun.
throw on. I guarantee you,
On
in
battery.
the pro league, he'll throw on more attachments. Let him play optic. Let him play LG. He will put on attachments.
on and Jerd.
All right.
Trust me, because
You
Jerd was
see
there at
Donnie on the
Vegas.
map.
He was there. Jerd was trying to that. Jerd was doing grip double stock at Vegas. And we're like, whoa,
Wait, that's what I do.
All right.
whoa.
Here's the
Yeah.
next one. Which quote-unquote top player won't get
Or
on a
premium,
league
though.
team that you would expect to get on a league team? Which top player won't get on a league team?
Which top player? So that's probably what players from FaZe or G2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Methods.
Loony hot seat, Bryce.
Like-
Come
I'll
on.
Wait,
go.
oh,
I'll
I'm
go.
stupid.
I'll go. No, you guys can answer. We've always let
Yeah, you
people.
guys
Yeah.
can all answer. by the
I'll
way.
go Zuma.
Zuma what?
What? If
Won't
Zuma
get
doesn't
on
get
a
on a
league team.
team, I'll be in disbelief, bro. Wait, why?
It has nothing to do with him. It's just what Lamar said. I don't think people are just fetching for league teams like that.
Wow,
Replacers
Zuma
like
is
that.
in the chat pissed right now.
It has nothing to do with his skill. I don't
Alright.
think attach might either.
No, I think it's like just the way, like I said earlier, like the way the teams are being made, like the NA team specifically. It's us four. We're not doing anything. It's NV, EG. They're less likely to do stuff. And then after that, it's like the random AM teams. You think Zuma's going to team with Parzelian or like
Why not?
Morgo? Zuma's not
I mean,
doing that.
if he gets a chance, why
I
not?
mean, why don't you think that, like, say LG would make a change? Like, if they could get Zuma for, Nick, they might be a lot better. Like,
But
Isn't
Nick's a
it
Maddox player. Why would
Nick's
they do
better
that?
than Zuma.
I mean,
Oh.
okay,
I mean, like I
slack
said-
for Zuma. I mean, I'm just saying,
but
like,
that's just so much that has
No,
to
I
happen.
think that no, like
I
That
mean,
means
it's
they
a
have to
Clay brings up a
possibility,
good
but like,
point though. Like why can't some of these teams make a change for a player like Zuma? He's talented. He runs a SOG, and SOGs are a hot priority. Like if I'm E6,
so
I
you're-
honestly
so what you're pretty much saying is Jerry's
I'm
gonna
in-
drop because they're not dropping John.
no. I'm not saying LG, but like I'm thinking like if I'm E6, I might make a move for a player like Zuma.
I mean, players like Zuma, Attach, Priesta, they don't really go on the market that often, and if FaZe is gonna let them go for relatively cheap, it would be stupid for a business not to for every team not to consider.
I don't know
it,
about the relatively cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
I
they're
don't
gonna
know.
go for the
I
bag, dude.
deadass don't think that Midnight can buy out a FaZe player.
Yeah.
Yeah, like these
You're
AM
telling
orgs,
me this Midnight org is gonna pay for Zuma?
and you think
think
Zuma's gonna want to
Midnight has
sign a
the
long-term
money?
contract to Midnight?
I mean, well, like I'm just saying, like or even you guys, Danny, like you guys should at least think about it. Be like, could it make us better? No, okay, we're good. Like
Well,
if
I
you
have
players,
Donald Temp.
no, I know, I'm just saying,
Wait,
like
wait,
with,
wait,
with
wait.
players,
He counts as 3 players
with
there.
players of that stature,
I'm not trying
go
to
on the
disrespect
market.
no one, but I didn't think of a roster change. Period. Well, I think I should have won Vegas. The fuck? Think I'm gonna make a change?
Nah, I mean, we wouldn't make a fucking change either. I'm sure
Yeah,
Optic
like-
wouldn't, but somebody
You're
like
telling me
LG
you thought
might.
about it? You're like,
Somebody like
should I
LG
drop
might.
a BZ for Zuma? Should I drop Pristini for Zuma? And damn well that shit didn't cross your mind. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I'm just saying, like LG, maybe.
Yeah,
All right.
Dashy, I think I should have won Vegas. What? Did I say something wrong there? The fuck?
Oh, we got
Oh,
the egos
shit.
in the
I
chat.
can't-
Yo,
bro.
the hot
Yeah,
seat
well,
brings
got the
the
egos
hot
in the
seat
chat,
brings
bro.
out the best in you
Wait,
guys.
wait,
bro.
Donnie throws
wait.
that nade in the door.
Wait.
Yeah.
And Donnie just
Hold
plays the
on.
barrel heady.
You're sitting me
Yeah,
here
that's
and
fine.
I shouldn't think I could have won that event? Are you fucking kidding me? I choked it. I will own up to that shit. I choked that event. The fuck? Anyways, next question.
All right. Well, I guess this one's not a good one because we already answered it. We all think Heretics will play really good in the league. So we'll move on to the next one. Which individual player
I have
underperformed?
such an ego, but Dashy's shooting Clayster's body. Tell me who has an
regain.
ego.
Oh,
Go.
regain, Dan.
Next
Ooh.
question.
Yep.
Regain. Which individual
Delightful,
player
Dan.
underperformed the most?
Which what?
Which individual player underperformed the most? Which player?
Blastful.
Really? I thought Bashful didn't
In the
play.
PLQ?
I thought he didn't play that bad.
Yeah,
for-
the only
yeah,
match
from
I
what
really
we're used
I
to.
saw him show up was Red Reserve.
He had 14 game 5.
You said that what we're
pissed.
used to or what we expect?
I mean,
Uh,
like what we're used to, like from
Alright,
last one events. I
I'll
didn't
go
think
with
he
another one.
played too
Chino.
bad.
I'll go with a Chino. I'll go with
Uh,
Chino.
Chino, yeah. A lot of people are saying Kenny in the chat. That would be my pick for
Yeah,
that.
they all hate
Oh
Kenny.
my
though.
god.
Yeah, they all like it.
Why? Yeah, wait. I don't understand the chats.
I mean, I love him to death, but Chris did not have a good event either,
Yeah,
dude.
me neither.
Yeah. I've been
Like-
getting carried for years, yet I literally fried up a
Danny
I'll
is
go with
in
next
rage,
question.
dude. Why did Danny want to be on the hot seat, dude?
I like that shit, bro. Keep them coming.
All right. What teams qualified that immediately need a change?
Under
100
C.
Thieves.
You have to give me 3 answers. If,
Alright,
if
100
you have, if you have
Thieves.
3, you have to tell me all 3.
100 Thieves to change. There's not really like. I'm trying to think.
You got to think about who's available and then who's on
That
certain
qualify
teams.
like.
Red Reserve.
I guess you can. Nah.
If you don't have 3, you don't have to give me 3. But I'm assuming you have like 5 teams.
I mean, you can just do the obvious and like fucking overtime, fucking midnight. But I don't know. I don't even know if they should change. They should like. It's literally just like.
You really don't think
Their
Red
first time.
needs to make a change? Really?
I think Hunter T and Red are the top 2 that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say that too.
Bro, if I'm Red, I'm picking up Dylan Cod, bro. That kid is nasty. I don't care who he's replacing on the team. He needs to be on the team, bro.
I think Bant's underperformed, but I don't think they should make a change. Yeah.
Dylan Cod is nasty.
I think they should give it time.
Dude, Red were like 1 round away from like being like.
I think they get better practice.
I mean, because, like I said, yeah. I mean, I just think you just have to give it time. I think they're finally gonna go into events not thinking they're gonna win it. That might be the first step for them.
I think Bance
Raiden literally tweeted out they have to get their egos in check. That's step 1. Should have done that in World War II.
I think they get practice for sure.
Next.
They thought they were the shit in World War II, though, man. Come on.
Yeah, and then they always ran into me. Next.
Alright.
Never mind. They ran into Gunless and TJ and Slasher, not me.
What team that was top 4 at Vegas will fall off going forward?
Next.
Wait, who?
LG, next.
I mean, that
Can't
was the last
say
question.
optics, so it was between us or LG.
That was the last question. That was an
instant
instant
answer.
answer. You really think LG's going to fall off, Dan? Why? You gotta give me why.
4, yeah, because I'm not falling off. I think E-Unite is nasty, and I think Optic is nasty. So they're just the last one. Like.
I agree with that, dude.
Like what? Like.
I mean, if you had to pick one,
if I had to pick one, it has to be LG.
All right. Well, that'll do it.
Like what? I'm gonna be like none of us. Us are top 4 locked.
I mean, but
you guys are all competing for 5-6.
What do you guys think causes that, like the massive drop off? It's like the top 3, maybe you include LG in there in the 4th one, and then it just drops.
No, but that's the thing is that Danny's not saying they are gonna drop off. He's literally saying if he has to pick a team, then you have to answer the question.
Yeah.
What do you say? I'm not
answering
this.
On that team. I think they're fucking disgusting.
Yeah, Big P's untouchable, dude.
I think Jerry's like most improved player in the last month.
I'm asking, what do you think causes that disparity in the skill gap between the top teams and say even the 5th or 6th team?
I think it's 5v5 teamwork.
Yeah. Got to be 5v5 teamwork, right? It has to.
5
this
people.
Game it is.
5 people like knowing the game.
5 people that are slaying
on the
well
same
and working
page.
together well. I think that we just all 4 do it. All 4 of our top teams do it.
All 4 of us do it the best. Yeah, 100%.
You guys think Envy has a chance of being a top 4 team?
If Silly keeps playing the way he does and App improves, I do.
And they
like
drop
App
Pat for Priesta. No, I'm just
wait, Pat's been playing good too.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think if Tyler fries, like we all know, and then Silly keeps it up how he is, yeah.
Whoever gets Priesta's.
Because usually, like Pat's teams have teamwork, right? Like, when they're competing at a high level, it's like based on teamwork, and obviously Soul has that potential too.
I hate this hive mentality in the chat, bro. Everyone's roasting Jerry, bro. Like Jerry has been a consistent player for years and years and years. That shit's such a hive mentality. The cast just roasted him once, and now he's roasted everywhere he goes.
Somebody in my chat said, "Why did nobody talk about how good Scump was at Vegas?" We're talking about POQ, and Scump is godlike.
Talk about loans.
I
don't even know what loaning is.
Chat, we'll talk about. Give us some topics to talk about. We'll talk about the next
What Tommy's saying is like FaZe can loan them to Midnight. You won't need a complete buyout. It's what we did back in AW on NV. TCM loaned us Jerd. So you can like loan out players. They do it like in soccer.
Yeah, I know.
So
I mean, it's never been done in COD.
Yeah, like I said, the only time we did it was for Jerd, but that's because like That's because we were going to play for Worlds, and it was obvious that Jerd and them were all going to go back to Europe for the next year.
The chat wants us to talk about Haggy, but there's just like not much to really talk about that. Like, he just didn't qualify. It's tough.
I think Haggy is still relatively reformed in a sense of who he used to be, and all that negative connotation that was around him then. I think he's done a good job of like pushing past that, but I still think he lets it affect him a lot. Like, if anybody says a little negative thing about him, he gets really defensive about it and tries to like overcompensate, you know. Yeah. But I think his play and his passion, I think all of it. I think he played really well, dude.
I mean, Pander tweeted out that like their practice was pathetic, that people were watching VODs by themselves, like there was never a team thing. So like he said he wasn't surprised. Like obviously he wanted to qualify, but like afterwards he's like, we didn't prepare how all these other teams prepared for it.
Wait, you see the end of the tweet where he was like, we played one S&D scrim?
Yeah, and
The
it
team
was
didn't
against
try.
like a team that didn't try yet.
It was
like,
us.
why aren't y'all trying? That's your practice, bro.
I really thought they were
we
gonna
didn't
qualify,
we didn't
dude.
try the last map, dude. It was payload auto fucking.
Vito.
Oh,
okay. Thanks, Brian. Let me text
Yo,
Brian.
Revan's
Text
mad.
Brian saying
Yo,
right
Mark,
now.
you in the
Yeah,
chat?
he's
Note
heated
that,
now.
Mark.
That's what I want y'all to think, though.
Here
Nice
we go.
try,
Bryce
Brian.
and Tyler
Beat me in
around. I'm trying to
connector.
mind fuck him. Bryce is just
Yo,
texting
Mark
me,
said
I
noted.
planted the seed. They think we're at the payload.
Facts.
I planted the seed. You know he is.
That's the Bryce and Tyler special, bro. They just
know he is.
they're literally just sitting there like, just mind fuck them. Tyler, would,
chill,
Tyler would
chill.
sit down and be like, yo, Bryce, I just mind fucked the other team. We're good.
We already talked about Sim chat.
Payload's getting through.
Yo, I
every
told
time.
Formal
That's my
8
guy.
is no, this is Tyler. Yo, what sense you play? You'll be like 7-7. Whoa! I don't know. I heard 7-7 doesn't pull auto aim. I don't know, bro. You sure you playing on that? You playing on that?
Wait, Tyler's
Guys, in terms of the
That's literally the
or
Tyler
chat's-
fellow right there.
The chat keeps spamming Simp and Illy. I think Simp will definitely get picked
Well,
up as
there's
a
no
sub.
point in
I'm not
talking
sure
about Illy because he can't compete until literally the next COD.
Oh well, then yeah. Why are people putting Illy in?
Yeah,
What's wrong with
Simp
you guys?
makes sense. Illy, you can't
Bro,
play. Shocky,
wait, you
I
sure?
think doesn't turn 18 until
COD
next
Twitch
COD
chats are a
too.
hive mentality, bro. They just
Yeah,
see,
bro.
dude. They just start spamming, bro. It's
Yeah,
so
they're just
funny.
spamming. All right, I think
Like,
we're gonna
they
wrap it
hear
up
one
there.
thing and
Yeah,
they
we
just run
just
with
need a
it.
Vamos spam in the chat to end it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody spam Vamos.
Yeah, everyone spam nameless fix your hairline in the chat.
Ah.
Oh,
Lamar
Lamar sucks.
All right, chat. Now that
hive mentality.
the episode's ending, the sounds can go off, so you guys can run it up.
Yo,
What
run it
about
up in
Dog?
the chat.
What
It was
about
fun,
Doug?
yeah.
What is there?
Dog's
Really?
making his comeback.
All right,
again.
yeah, that's a good time to end it. Wait, that was a good episode. This was a good group. It was a good.
Yeah, it was a
even
good
though
time, guys.
We got through the technical
Yeah.
difficulties. I'm gonna have to hire a producer, dude.
Yeah, you do have stats, bro. You know, it's Clay saying, you know, people are making
Lamar
crazy
sucks.
money, bro.
Yeah, Lamar,
And people
they just
already
come
think
at
that.
you.
You don't have to do that.
All right, well, that'll do it,
All right,
guys.
Nameless.
Thank you guys everybody for tuning in. Who should we host? By the way, all you guys in here, Clay, everybody.
Enable.
Host Moach if he's streaming, bro.
Enable.
Moj.
Wait, let me see, bro.
Damn, that's crazy. People really do hate Moach. Hive mentality, bro.
Nah, bro, you should.
don't hate
Yo, host
Moch.
Frosty, bro. Host Frosty.
Nah, give it to Enable.
Didn't Frosty win like Halo World Champs? Like, I'm gonna host
Yeah, but
somebody
welcome him to the COD community,
who's.
bro.
We could do that.
Wait,
Yeah,
give
hit-
it
I'm
hit
trying to
me
see if
and
there's any.
Frosty.
I'm trying to see if there's any newcomers to the league.
trying to turn
Yeah,
on the
Frosty,
heat.
the newcomer to the league. That's what I'm saying. Welcome him to
What
the
is
COD
his stream? I don't even
community.
follow him. What's his stream?
It's just Frosty.
Yes, OG. Yeah, I think we go with Frosty, bro.
All right,
Humble
chat.
kid.
Is you cool with that? Frosty. Chat, you guys want
And
it?
he's playing 8s, and he's playing 10s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Just give it to
flying right
Frosty,
now,
man.
too.
Give it to
I want to see
Frosty.
somebody. Oh yeah, we'll put Frosty. Let's just do it.
Yo, and
Alright,
doesn't
guys.
like Halo players, bro. That's
Oh,
Wait,
he
crazy.
doesn't have a
man.
cam.
I
though.
love
He doesn't
Halo
have a
players.
cam.
He doesn't have a cam. I want to see somebody with a cam.
Enable,
Well,
do
now he's
enable so
making
he could
some
wait.
And
do
also,
enable.
Frosty has no reactions
Wait,
at all.
if you
Yeah,
just start
Ian's
yelling,
gonna
run it
start
up.
saying, "Run it
Bro,
up."
host
He's gonna
Frosty,
start
bro.
yelling, run it up.
Wait, who's? Oh yeah, we're gonna host Ian,
Yo,
bro.
you already have people going in there saying nameless raid, bro.
Yeah,
He's
people
holding
in
that.
Frosty's chat
He's
spamming
holding that.
nameless
He's
raid.
holding that. I'm hosting Ian, dude.
Mind blown,
Alright,
bro.
later, y'all. It was fun doing this shit. Peace out,
Alright,
guys.
later.
Peace out.
Peace, Clay.
Peace.